better days. Working hard cause I want extra pay. Talk to them seeds, but you must demonstrate. Cause it's your ways that they gon' imitate. Non-violent. Sometimes I wish I would've went to college. Frown proudly. Cause where I'm from, they hate you when you smiling. Your faith should be your gun. You can't leave home without it. The children being grown, cause all the parents acting childish. You show them your reality, I bet they doubt it. You tell them all about your dreams, just when they out it. Your own blood, ain't no family no more. They do you badly for show. You try to patch up your soul, Lord knows you on a mission to show him you so submissive. The prayer said in silence, you know the devil can hear him, pay attention. Know the war's within, how much time do you spend? Try to balance your zen, then again, losses is lessons. You tell me you trying to win, we know about saving money. You tell me you trying to spend that blood on it. Sweat, tears, you put that love on it. Your best years was just a dumb moment. You tired of going hungry, can't deal with fake making your life lonely. Your lack of faith that left your soul bony. But you gon' work and you gon' strive, do what it takes to survive. What is truth, what is a lie? You know that war's inside. Some get draped into the fake, they don't know what to decide. Wrong choice, meet your demise, keep that between you and I. You realize, some people you gon' let go, you visualize. The things you need to feed your soul is on the rise. They not gon' wanna let you go, but it's alright. It's cool to bury what's gon' grow. Went from wrong to the right and to the dark to the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. Gotta hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. From wrong to the right and to the dark from the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. You just hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me. Yeah, I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me.
Don't be stressing on the dumb shit, cause God is gonna make a way. Just keep going and keep your faith, so you can win this race. This race called life, yeah, yeah. This race called life. This race called life, yeah, yeah. Race called life. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm grinding 'cause I know that I'm gon' get it. I just gotta have vision, keep faith and be humble. Have some patience with it. I've been A1 since day one, and always on my job. I never been a fake, never had to steal and rob. Cause I do good business, I'm too good with it. And even though I'm on this road, I'm still daddy to my children. You know I do good with them, and don't like being missing. But I hate when my bills are thicker and my pockets get thinner. But I can't stress up on the dumb shit, cause God is gonna make a way. I keep going and keep my faith in my face, so I can win this race. Win this race called life. This race called life. I'm just trying to win this race called life. This race called life. This race called life, yeah. Race called life. I'm just trying to win this race called life, yeah, yeah, yeah. I keep on running in this race called life. race called life. Girl, I just gotta win this race called life. This race called life. Just gotta win this race called life.
Titans Debate League, presented by Coliseum of Arguments, where ideas don't just clash, they collide. In one corner, sharp as a blade and twice as deadly on the mic, the verbal assassin, Leandre Slim Reaper McBride, a master of logic, a hunter of weak arguments, and he's coming to carve this case wide open. And in the opposing corner, crowned in confidence, swinging with conviction, the fearless fire starter himself, King Naga. He doesn't back down, he doesn't fold, and he's ready to defend his stance at all costs. The question shaking the arena, was the killing of Alex Pretty justified? Morality versus law, emotion versus evidence, justice or just revenge? No scripts, no safety nets, just unfiltered debate warfare. This isn't a conversation, it's a showdown. Coliseum of Arguments, where only the strongest arguments survive. Are you not entertained? These are not just speakers. These are thinkers, forged in fire. Warriors of words stepping into destiny. Welcome to the Coliseum of Arguments, where logic clashes with conviction and ideas spill like blood in the sand. 16 titans, 16 minds, one path to immortality. They come seeking truth, they fight for redemption, they burn for revenge. Featuring the intellectual elite of the Titans Debate League. Every round a new war, every word a new weapon. Every titan ready to fall or rise in glory. This is not debate, this is combat. Step into the Coliseum of Arguments. Only the brave speak here. Are you not entertained? Ready to argue that these programs are essential. This Saturday, the Coliseum opens. Two intellectual warriors, one explosive question, no place to hide. Honey Clark and Ben Eaton, they're stepping into the arena to battle over a question that hits the heart of America. Do government welfare programs help the black community long term? Is it a lifeline or a leash? Does it build generational wealth or breed generational dependence? Honey Clark is coming armed with data, history, and fire in her voice, ready to argue that these programs are essential tools for equity and survival. Ben Eaton steps in with statistics, economic theory, and a counterpunch philosophy, arguing that long-term empowering demands a different strategy. This isn't surface level politics, this is policy, this is history, this is legacy. Coliseum of Arguments, Titans Debate League.
It's on you, Humble.
Welcome. This your brother Humble from the Bomb Squad. Once again, I'm honored to be hosting this magnificent debate between the brother A1 and the brother Suave B.O.S. Welcome. Welcome to the intellectual battleground where ideals collide and only the truth walks out alive. Broadcasting from Titans Debate League, where theory steps into the ring and only the strongest survive. This is the Coliseum of Arguments. Tonight's showdown is not for the timid. In one corner, weighing in with bold claims, fearless conviction, and a talent for shaking the table. Representing Team Titan, the challenger of the conventional narrative, the diaspora of the diner table, Comfort A1, my brother A1 in the building. And in the opposite corner, cool, collected, and armed with the recipe to back by genetics, anthropology, and population history, and analytical assassin himself, brother Suave B.O.S in another corner. And a question tonight, rattling the rafters tonight, Is did white people come from albinos? Is it mutation mistaken for evolution? Is it adaptation misread for anomaly? Or is somebody about to get folded by basic biology? I want to know as well. We're diving into melanin. We're separating genetic disorders from evolutionary pathways. We unpacking founder populations, migrations, and natural selection. No scripts, no shortcut, no safe spaces. Just facts, fire. Two debaters ready to put their theories on the line. Welcome to the Coliseum of Arguments. Now, I don't know who is supposed to go first. So, I had my coin right.
Can we do our intros though? Like, can we do a little intro?
Oh yeah. That's why I wanted to know who was going to go first to do that intro. So I
mean, not the intro to the debate, but the actual intro to the debate, like our opening round.
Go ahead,
yeah,
brother.
His shout outs. He talk about his shout outs and stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, it's the boy Suave B.O.S, man. Shout out to the argument. Shout out to Humble, first of all, for stepping up and hosting this thing right now, man. The God is on fire, man. Strength to him, clarity of mind, patience, and, may this be as healthy as he can, man. Shout out to Aone, my opponent, the leader of the Team Titans, self-declared. That's egotistical. But shout out to the all of my people out there. Hit that like button, man. Shout out to AOY. Shout out to Snapping Off, Bingo, Gold, man. Ampu, Pro Black, Wicked Radical, man, and all of the sisters, man. Shout out to y'all in attendance. Shout out to the Barbarians, man. Honey and Ben Eden. Whoever went between y'all got to see me. So tighten up, man. It's the boy Suave B.O.S. I'm ready to get on this conversation. Let's go. Black Power.
Oh man, y'all already know who it is. Leader of Team Titans A1 himself, man. Mr. I do my own stunts, Mr. Disrespectful, Mr. Everything You Want Me to Be, 8 days a week. I'm here to mop the floor with Suave B.O.S. You know what I'm saying? I threw a little Ajax in the water. We about to get it in, man. Let's go. I'll drop a bomb for myself. Don't worry about it.
My bad, y'all. Y'all know it's Valentine's Day. Listen, let's get them. AK-47 in here. Let's get them AK-47.
It is Valentine's Day. I see Suave B.O.S had the crib lit up like a Diddy hotel. You feel me?
Man, what's up, man? What's up, man? What we trying to do?
Red lights everywhere.
Shout out
my
to
wife
you.
just bought me my plate, so I was just talking to her real quick.
Oh man, you the richest man in the world, man. Shout out to your queen, man, and shit, encouragement for y'all to keep going.
Yes, sir.
All
right, so which one of y'all going first for y'all intro?
A1 going first.
A1
no, I'm playing. I'm going first. A1 was finna snap. No, I go first. I'm the affirmative.
All right, you the affirmative. You go first. All right, 3 minutes on the clock. I'm ready when you ready.
Hold on for a second.
Okay. I do have a share screen up down there.
That's what I was gonna make sure.
Hold on, let me make sure it's sharing because it just says something crazy.
Yeah, it's not down there.
Oh, okay. I'm pressing.
Would it pop up in a present box?
It's gonna come up down there where it normally do, like where our pictures at. It just ain't
yeah.
This is crazy. Windows, entire screen.
Oh man.
I'm going Brave tab. No, I need my PowerPoint. It's not even popping up. The PowerPoint ain't
It's cold outside. His computer froze.
Ain't it? Tell me something. This is crazy. Hold on. Share screen. Entire screen.
You ain't really want to do this for real anyway, did you?
Oh man, you already know I wanted to motherfucker and let you know. Yo, I got my own league head ass. I should bring you over here and beat the shit out of you on your own platform, man. Make you sleep on your own couch. You hear me? Yeah. I gonna make you sleep on your own motherfucking couch, bro. But hold on. Just so we don't prolong this, I'll go ahead and see if I can do it this way.
Oh, and Banu was up here. My bad, Banu. I'm just trying to keep it to the people. Damn.
Yeah, but no, this real debate is up here, man. Calm down. You feel me? Like we really do this, bro.
Hey, be new. They playing with you up here, bro. You gotta show them something.
Banu got a face off Monday, and he has a show tomorrow in the morning at 11. As a matter of fact, yeah, tomorrow we got a packed house. You know, while you doing that, I'll go ahead and run some ads for what we got coming up tomorrow. While you get your screen share
All
going
right,
on.
save me.
So go ahead and take care of that. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock, we have Minister Inky coming through for
Before
Argument
they enter
Alley.
the Coliseum, they've got to survive Argument Alley. This is where the new voices step into the hot seat, and we find out real quick who's built for the spotlight and who folds under pressure. In Argument Alley, there's no easy questions. We pressure test their beliefs, we challenge their ideology, we push their faith, and we put their knowledge on the line. Can they think on their feet? Can they defend their stance when the heat gets turned all the way up? Because not everybody earns a place in Coliseum of Arguments. You don't just walk your way in, you've got to fight your way in. Where contenders are tested and only the strong make it to the main stage. Presented by Coliseum of Arguments. Step up or step aside.
Yes, I think I did myself on that voiceover. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock, Minister Inky here on Coliseum of Arguments, Titans Debate League. You know where to find us at Argument Alley, one of the hottest shows on the internet right now. You know what we're gonna do. And after, it's gonna be a packed Sunday. After Minister Inky comes through, we also have another guest appearance from none other.
Enter the Coliseum, they've got to
Elder
survive
Yara.
Argument Alley. This is where the new voices step into the hot seat, and we find out real quick who's built for the spotlight and who folds under pressure. In Argument Alley, there's no easy questions. We pressure test their beliefs, we challenge their ideology, we push their faith, and we put their knowledge on the line. Can they think on their feet? Can they defend their stance when the heat gets turned all the way up? Because not everybody earns a place in Coliseum of Arguments. You don't just walk your way in, you've got to fight your way in. Where contenders are tested and only the strong make it to the main stage. Presented by Coliseum of Arguments. Step up or step aside.
I still don't see no screen share. Yeah, tomorrow, 7 o'clock, Elder Yara, Argument Alley, only here on Titans Debate League. Make sure you don't miss it.
Y'all gotta come through. Y'all gotta come through. That's gonna be a good one.
Not only do I not see a screen share, I don't see an opponent. What is going on?
Not
Hey.
Not he done borrowed Yara track shoes.
Oh man. Yara was out here this morning, man, chopping it with King J for a couple hours. Yeah, they was building.
I know. Listen, little do y'all know, I was trying to come back, bad as I don't know what.
I was riding around in the car listening to it. Yeah, we are waiting on Suave B.O.S to pop back up on this panel, man. I don't got him figured for a track star, so I'm assuming he will be back up here shortly.
Get his stuff together.
And again, 7 o'clock tomorrow, Elder Yara. 4 o'clock tomorrow, Minister Inky here on Titans Debate League. 11:11, Banu and the Nubians will be going live. with some positive info on a cleanse that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you step in and get a bite of that too. Help
Most definitely.
cleanse some of that negative energy up off you. They're giving tips. Taking hey, hold them up. My dog is doing this little bowl for some reason. Like, why?
So y'all, I want to let y'all know, Humble Mystic gonna be in the building. He gonna be bringing. I'm gonna be bringing. So funny. I'm so used to being across the street. I be talking in third person sometimes. I'm gonna be bringing some good shows also. I'm going to be bringing some presentation shows where I'm just up here presenting things. I'm gonna let people come up, ask me questions in a Q&A style. I'm going to have some shows where I'm presenting a topic to the whole panel. We're going to go round robin and answer the questions and get into it that way. I'm going to have some classroom shows where I'm getting into how to sharpen your tools as a debater, as a scholar, as a researcher. I'm going to be showing people how to properly use AI for research to get the most appropriate and correct answers, so they just won't be getting generic answers. That's what be messing people up a lot of times when they just be doing quick AI searches. The AI give you back random generator or general generator answers. So when you learn how to properly prompt engineer, you can get the answer that you're looking for that's tailored to what you actually want. I'm gonna be showing that. There's a lot of things I'm gonna be getting into. How to point out straw man fallacies. How to properly defend yourself. How to use certain terminologies. And so, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So stick around. Stick around. We got Charles Wall in the background. Charles Wall. We see you back there, Brody. All right, you got him up. All right. What up, Charles?
Man,
Oh, that's Suave. Oh, that's Suave. Okay. You changed the picture on us.
yeah, you just took a dip on me. Let me kill this, man. Talk about emotional roller coaster. All right, we back, man. We going into my presentation up there. But I mean, go ahead, finish your point, God. Just give me about these little 30 or whatever it is.
Nope. I'm done my point. We just waiting for you, bro.
All right, bet. Oh man. My PowerPoint presentation. Jeez, that was kind of rough. That's crazy. All right, bet. You see it down there?
Let me see. Yep, I see it.
See it, bro?
Yep, I see it. It's on the screen.
Ooh, all right, bet, man. Black Power. Did we get that timer up, man, for that 3 minutes, man?
Yep. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready, man. Shout out to everybody in attendance, man. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we are back. And it's the boy Suave B.O.S versus A1, man. Respect to the platform, the league, and everybody trying to do it. Do white people come from albinos? I'm in the affirmative. I say yes. A1 is the negative. He says no. Very simple question. Very simple answer. So I will share this just to get the people familiar with what we're talking about as far as albinism. All right. So this is healthline.org, man. Understanding albinism. Albinism is a rare inherited genetic condition that reduces or stops melanin production, leading to lighter skin, hair, and eyes. Types include oculocutaneous albinism, OCA, and ocular albinism. Rare syndromes like Hermansky-Polack and Shadiak-Hagashi can come with serious health issues. There's no cure, but symptoms can be diagnosis. Is that 3 minutes?
2. Go. Keep going. That's your 2-minute marker.
Okay, bet. And so I'm here to show you today that the people identified as white people come from a mutation and a genetic mutation that is scientifically classified as albinism. My opponent is here to tell me no about that and show me at least that it's not that if he doesn't have exactly what it is. So I'm gonna hold it down on my side of town for people that's brown, and he gonna do what he do for the people he wouldn't until he through. But this is the boy Suave B.O.S, man. Shout out to the platform, Coliseum of Arguments, Titans Debate League, man. Tighten up. Shout out to Humble. I'm ready. Let's get it.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right. Ready when you ready, boss man.
A1, you are boss, man, if you don't know.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's switch that up from that gong to something else. It kind of drowned him out.
I got you.
We
I
used
got
it
you.
just when you do the 2 minute warning. I don't need a 2 minute
All right.
warning on the 3 minute intro though.
All
Just in the official thing. Just use the 808 Mafia sound twice.
808 Mafia. Got you.
Yeah, use it for the 6 minute and the 2 minute.
All right.
All right, let me get my screen pulled up. Sheesh, I ain't even got my slideshow pulled up. What am I doing over here? Hold on.
Knock the dust off, man. Go ahead, tighten up.
Shoo.
You clean.
I was gonna tell you to tighten up, man. It looked like you done washed that hoodie in warm water. That joint that shrunk on you.
My life, you see it? Motherfucker, I love you.
Hold on, let me focus so I can put these.
Hey, yo, y'all gotta play spades, bro.
I mean, what your girl cook?
My slides, I'm in the wrong thing.
What your girl cook? What type of plate you get?
Oh man, I
Yeah,
got
we
macaroni
threw it
and
out.
cheese, mashed potatoes, baked chicken, string beans, carrots.
Oh yeah, man. You eat to live, man.
Mhm.
If y'all don't hit that like button and share if you have a platform and send a super chat. $sign type
Most definitely.
really going down. This platform is paying $50 in exhibition debates, man. In tournament debates, man. $500 to the winner of the tournament, man. Let's go. This is the first generation of that, man. And we'll see you in the future.
Mhm.
Shout out to Angelica Diallo out there, man. Open the knowledge, man. Dark matter. Authentically air. You already know, sis. GDN Capone, man. Ill Doctrine. And Bless B. Shout out to JJ. And shout out to Azim Shabazz. The objective perspective, too. It look like the brother is ready, so I'm going to shut the hell up.
Shout out objective perspective. That's a Sabio right there. All right, let me get my screen shared.
Dark matter.
Sorry about that.
He knows the most, man.
Don't be helping Suave in the comments. He gonna need it, but don't do it.
You Mecca, man. Shout out to you.
All right, time starts. Let me know when the time starts. I'm ready. Share my
All right, time start now.
my screen sharing.
Yes, sir.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's question is: did white people come from albinos? My position is no, not based on opinion, emotion, or politics, but on genetics, biology, and basic population science. Let's start by defining some terms because debates fall apart when words get fuzzy. And I'm going to give you a better premise and open around than what you just saw from my opponent. I guarantee it. Albinism is an inherited condition that is present at birth. In albinism, there is a lack of or a reduced amount of the pigment that produces the color of skin, hair, and eyes. This pigment is called melanin. Let's continue. We're going to define the term white people, okay? And here are the sources for that. White people is a racial classification, often social or political, referring to individuals with light-colored skin, typically European, Middle Eastern, or North African ancestry. Okay, people with albinism are born to parents of any racial background. I'm going to say that again for everybody. People with albinism are born to parents of any racial background. You don't have racial backgrounds coming out of albinism, which is what Suave B.O.S is promoting today. African parents can have a child with albinism. Asian parents can have a child that's albino. European parents can. That alone tells us albinism is not a racial origin, but a rare inherited condition that appears across all human populations. Okay, keyword all. Now let's look at European or white skin. Light skin in Europeans is not caused by albinism. It is the result of normal genetic variation in several pigmentation genes like SLC24A5, SLC45A2, and ACA2. And we are going to get into these today. These genes don't shut melanin off. They simply reduce the amount produced. And this is the key difference between what's happening in Europeans and what's happening in albinos. Let's continue. Albinism is rare for a reason. In high sunlight environments, like where modern humans originated, severe lack of melanin is a survival disadvantage. Individuals with albinism historically face greater risk of sun damage, vision issues. Wait, what's going on with the time? This is still 3 minutes. This ain't 3 minutes.
No, you got 9 seconds left. 9 seconds.
A small, vulnerable group with a rare genetic disorder is not a realistic founding population for an entire continent. Good shit.
That's time.
Got a penny, dude. He like, hey, man.
I was just making sure he was on his job. You know what I'm saying?
I was here. I was going to, because you know what? I was going to hit the gong again. I was like, you know what? I'm just let it run down to the explosion just so I don't interrupt them. You know what I'm saying? So
I make this on Google Slides too, man. I ain't, go all out like people expect it. Go ahead, though. It's on Suave.
We got A1 in the building. We got A1 in the building coming back with something hot. You ready, Suave? You got your first round, 12 minutes.
Yes, sir, man. I got 12 minutes, man. Put me on the big camera and let's rock out. Right. Boy, Suave B.O.S, man. Black power, man. The black woman's God to the black man. Black man is God to the black woman. You got my presentation up? That's still
no. Is this it?
Number 9. No, you gotta take that one down, man. That's the gap.
Hold on.
That's the foolishness. You gotta put the real information.
Oh, got you, bang. Oh, all right. So they buy your names.
Yeah, Black Power. Let's get it, man. Understand that.
You ready?
Like I said, this is healthline.org. This is a real site. It's peer reviewed. If the information in here was incorrect, it will be taken down. This was also updated on January 30th, 2026. You can see the MD associated with it and who was written by and who was medically reviewed by. So let's get into it. What causes albinism? Albinism is an inherited disorder that's present in birth. Children have a chance of being born with albinism if both parents have albinism or both of the parents carry the gene for albinism. The cause of albinism is a defect in one of several genes that produce or distribute melanin. The pigment that gives skin, eyes, and hair their coloring. The defect may result in the absence of melanin production or a reduced amount of melanin production. For most types of albinism, both parents must carry the gene in order for their children to develop the condition. Pay attention. Most people with albinism have parents who are only carriers of the gene and don't have symptoms of the condition. Please remember that. Other types of albinism, including only affect the eyes, mostly occur when birthing parents pass the gene for albinism onto a child assigned male at birth. Wow, that's crazy. What are the types of albinism? Different genes defect characterize numerous types of albinism. Types of albinism include oculocutaneous albinism, OCA, ocular albinism, Hermansky-Purlak syndrome, Chediak-Higashi syndrome, and Gresca-Celli syndrome. OCA affects the skin, hair, and eyes. Around 1 in 70 people have a mutation on the OCA gene. Check that out. There are several subtypes of OCA. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, please. Albinism OCA1 or oculus type 1 is a type of genetic disease caused by a genetic mutation. OCA1 affects the production of melanin in the skin, hair, and eyes. These individuals have white skin, white hair, or light eyes due to complete absence of pigment. Complete. OCA1 is caused by a defect in the tyrosinase enzyme. There are 2 subtypes of OCA1. Listen to this. OCA1A. People with OCA1 have a complete absence of melanin. People with the subtype have white hair, very pale skin, and light eyes. OCA1B. People with OCA1B produce some melanin. They have light skin, light color skin, hair, and eyes, their color may increase as they age. OCA2. OCA2 is less severe than OCA1. It's caused by a defect in the OCA2 gene that results in reduced melanin production. People with OCA2 are born with light coloring in skin. Their hair may be yellow, blonde, or light or brown. Please remind me when I'm at 6 minutes. OCA2 is the most common in people of African descent and Native Americans, Black Power. These two are the most common subtypes globally. Around 1 in 40,000 people have OCA1 and 1 in 39,000 people have OCA2. Now, OCA3 is the result of the defect of the TYRP1 gene. It's usually affect people with dark skin, particularly Black people in Southern Africa. People with OCA3 have reddish brown skin, reddish hair, and hazel or brown eyes. Now, we're having a conversation about where white people descend from. How did white people get here? There's an absolute conclusion that all people on earth were brown skinned at a time. We now have white people. What happened? So let's keep going. OCA4 is caused by a defect in SLC45A2 protein. My opponent mentioned that. It results in a minimal production of melanin and commonly appears in people of East Asian descent. People with OCA4 have symptoms of similar to those in people with OCA2. And so we see the display of these OCAs, these albinism in African Americans, Europeans, and Asians. That's not strange. So OCA 5, 6, and 7 are very rare subtypes of OCA. OCA 5 and 7 have both been reported in only one family each. 6 has been reported in one family and one separate individual. Now, ocular albinism is very extremely rare, but is worth mentioning. Ocular albinism is the result of gene mutation on the X chromosome, not the Y, and occurs almost exclusively in males. And remember, before it said if the child is declared male, you can have that. Just pin that albinism right there. People with ocular albinism have reduced coloring in the retina and iris. In addition, doesn't affect the skin and hair. There you go. And now we have the Hermansky-Purlock syndrome, which is a rare form of albinism that caused by a defect in 1 in 10 genes. It produces symptoms similar to OCA. The syndrome occurs with lung, bowel, and bleeding disorders. And then it gets crazy. The Shidaya-Kagashi syndrome, right, is another rare form of albinism that is a result of the defect in the LYST gene. It produces symptoms in the OCA, but it may not affect all areas of the skin. There has been fewer than 500 cases globally. The skin usually creamy white with grayish hair and usually brown with blonde with silvery sheen. And people with this syndrome have defective white. Now, the Grissetti syndrome is an extremely rare genetic disorder. It's caused by a defect in 1 of the 3 genes. There were only around 150 known cases of the syndrome worldwide between 1978 and 2018. It occurs with albinism, but may not affect the entire body, immune system, and neurological systems. Syndrome usually results in death within the first decade. All right. So what are the symptoms of albinism? An absence of color in skin, hair, eyes, lighter than normal color in the skin, hair, eyes, patch of skin that has absence of color. And so let's go to this. What's my time? Can I get my time, please? That's 6 minutes. Okay. How Europeans evolved white skin. This is from science.org. Let's get to it. Let's get this off the screen. All right. So the origin of Europeans that come into sharp focus in the past years of research have been sequenced of genomes in ancient populations rather than only a few individuals. By comparing key parts of DNA across the genomes of 83 ancient individuals from archaeological sites throughout Europe, the international team of research reported earlier that this year the Europeans today are a mix of blending at least 3 ancient populations of hunter-gatherers and farmers who moved into Europe separate. Now, we all know that these people went into Europe brown, and somehow they came out white. So let me get down here. When it comes to skin color, the team found a patchwork of evolution in different places and 3 separate genes that produce light skin, telling complex story for how European skin evolved to be much lighter during the past 8,000 years. The modern humans who came out of Africa to originally settle in Europe about 40,000 years are presumed to have dark skin, which is advantageous in sunny latitudes. And the new data confirmed that about 8,500 years ago, early hunter-gatherers in Spain, Luxembourg, and Hungary also had dark skin. The lagged versions of two genes, SLC24A5 and SLC45A2, that led to depigmentation and therefore pale skin in Europeans today. So now, let's go over to here. Can you see my PowerPoint presentation, brother? I just need an affirmative on that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And so let's go to National Library of Medicine. The impact.
No, hold on. Pause this time
All right.
because it didn't move.
It didn't.
Oh, it didn't move.
It's still on Healthline.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Let me stop sharing and then reshare.
Is that what the sister was talking about? I saw somebody in the chat say I can't see what's being read, and I'm thinking like it's on the screen. So maybe like you were reading something that wasn't there. It was on the Healthline symptoms of albinism.
Okay, understood. Let me see. I'm just gonna try to do it like this. StreamYard, man, it takes a dump on you sometimes.
Yeah, good catch.
But yeah, I appreciate that. Let's get my PowerPoint presentation on the stage.
Y'all bringing out some good information too.
He ain't bringing out no information.
Got to. I gotta be, man. Come on, what is that? Share screen. Window. Share. Okay. Okay, you got me. Can you see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Now we can see it.
Full screen to you now?
Yeah.
Okay. Did it change?
Yes, it changed.
Okay, thank y'all for that. Look out, man. Shout out to A1 for having integrity.
Hold on, let me show you where it was though. Go back. No, that's forward.
No, this is actually presentation. I was in.
Oh, okay. Then that's why. Okay, I understand.
I was in a site. I was in the site, and I posted.
I was gonna say, is that your presentation?
No, it's not.
All right, do your thing, baby.
Hold on, just to show the family. This is what I was sharing. Of course, we're not gonna go back through it. I could, but I won't. But could you share that for me, brother?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. And so this is where I was reading from. All right, healthline.org, understanding albinism. Okay, and then I also had the science.org.
Oh, we never saw the science.org though.
Okay, that is the second one that I was reading.
Yeah, it was stuck on the first one.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, how much time I got left? And we could go.
You got full six.
Okay.
Give him 6 minutes, man. Give him 6 minutes, man. He needed.
My man. Okay. Can you see science.org right now? How Europeans evolve white skin?
Yeah.
Okay. And when I'm scrolling, it's moving. Okay, let's go then.
6 minutes on the clock.
All right, 6 minutes. You ready?
Yeah. So we right here. When it comes to skin color, the team found that the patchwork of evolution in different places and 3 separate genes that produce light skin, telling a complex story of how European skin evolved to be much lighter during the past 8,000 years. The modern humans who came out of Africa, originally settled in Europe about 40,000 years, are presumed to have dark skin, which is advantageous in sunny latitudes. And the new data confirmed about 85,000 years ago, early hunter-gatherers in Spain, Luxembourg, and Hungary also had darker skin. They lacked versions of 2 genes, SLC24A5 and SLC45A2, that led to the deep pigmentation, therefore pale skins in Europeans today. So what I just showed you is that whiteness comes out of black people having an effect with these 2 genes, SLC24A5 and SLC45A2. So now, let's read this right here. But in the far north, where light levels would favor pale skin, the team found a different picture in hunter-gatherers. 7 people from 7,700 years old Matola archaeological site in southern Sweden have both light skin gene variants, SLC24A5 and SLC45A2. They also had a third gene, HERC2-/OCA2, which causes blue eyes and may also contribute to the light skin and blonde hair, the ancient hunter-gatherers. The North was already pale pale and blue-eyed, but those of Central and Southern Europe had darker skin. All right. So remember what they're talking about in Europe and in Asia, where these mutations are kicking butt. Okay, and so now let me stop sharing this, and then I want to share this one, brother. Thank you. And I'm assuming it's sharing. And so I'm gonna go. National Library of Medicine. Can you see the National Library of Medicine? Just let me know and read. Impact of SLC24A5 variant on a retinal pigment epithelium of Japanese patient with oculocutaneous albinism type 6. Remember, we read about that. Now it says oculocutaneous albinism.
Stop his time.
What is wrong? What's happening? What's happening?
What's going on? What's going on?
His screen not sharing.
Oh, your screen ain't sharing. You took your screen
It's
up?
in the back. It's in the back. Yeah, that's it right there.
Okay.
Back. Okay.
I popped it up for you.
Good one. Good one. All right. You want me? You ready?
Yes, I'm ready, brother. You can see it full screen. Hold on.
Yep, I can see the screen.
Full screen, and it's changing.
Change it. Yep, it's changing.
Okay. Bet PubMed. This is National Library of Medicine. It says oculocutaneous albinism, OCA6, is a non-syndromatic type of OCA that has distinct ocular symptoms and variable cutaneous hypopigmentation. The causative gene of OCA6 is SL24A5, which encodes NCKX5, a K-positive negative dependent Na+/CA2+ exchanger. Now, what did we just find out? That SLC24A5 is a form of albinism. So let's keep going. Oculocutaneous albinism 6 is, that's what I highlighted. Now, let's go to SLC24A5, a gene that makes a protein involved in giving color to the skin, hair, and eyes. Mutations in the SLC24A5 gene have been found in an inherited condition called oculocutaneous albinism. People with the condition have very pale skin and light-colored eyes. So what I just showed you is that's the same reason that science give you for white people coming up out of darker-skinned people. The two genes, SLC24A5 and A2, are classified as levels of albinism. It's ridiculous. Yes, mutations in the SLC42A2 gene are responsible for oculocutaneous albinism type 4. Yes, mutations in the SLC24A5 gene causing oculocutaneous albinism type 6 are rare inherited condition. It is a form of non-syndromic albinism. So my opponent is giving the reasoning for white people existence are these two slots, SLC24A5 and A2. And they both are scientifically classified as albinism. I assume that was my last minute that was going down. So
no, you got 148.
Oh, yeah, bet. Let's eat then. And so, yes, what I showed you was the types of albinism, right? And it was defined as a genetic mutation that has an effect on the pigmentation, the non-production or the low production of melanin. Let's get that. There's an obvious story here that these people have where they're not producing melanin at the rate of the rest of the world. Why is that? If anything else lined up this simple, and I could take that down, if anything else lined up this simple, it would at least be a conversation. But you have a pale people on Earth after millions of years of dark-skinned people. Pale people come within the last 4,500 years, okay? Within the pigmentation situation that they have, you have the SCL conditions. Albinism 1 through 6 fall up under those conditions. We cannot dance from that. We cannot run from that. I am very interested in seeing what my opponent brings. I have established exactly the conversation. That is crazy that my presentation wasn't showing at that point, but I do apologize for that. It was just that complicated. But yes, due to the conversation, do white people come from albinism? Albinism 1 through 6, in relation to the gene that is mutated in the OCL, which my opponent is going to take 12 minutes to show you. Black power, man. This is boy Suave.
That's your time, brother. That's your time. Okay. All right. It's brother A1's turn. Let me know when you're ready. A1.
Oh yeah, I was saying let me get
Oh,
my screen pulled up.
oh, take your time. Take your time.
Okay, let me add shout out Rue. If you know, you know. Let me add him. All right, dang, my screen's still ain't sharing. Stop screen
And shout out to you, Uncle, man. Appreciate it, God. And everybody in attendance, hit that like button out there, man.
Definitely hit that
Yeah.
like and share. Hit that like and share, y'all.
Okay, let me know when my time starts. I'm
All
ready.
right, time started now.
Okay, the major point that he brought out in his round one that I'll address briefly before I go into mine was SLC 24A5. And pretty much what he said is it's responsible for albinism and white people, but that's not true. It's an oversimplification. European lighter skin evolved through changes in multiple genes, including SLC 24A5, which he is talking about, SLC 45A2, HERT2, ACA2, which he did mention, but he's only trying to highlight it as if this is the one that's doing all of this, and it's not. That's either disingenuous or maybe he didn't understand what he was looking at. Each gene contributes part of the effect. Think of it like dimmer switches, not an on-off button. And let's continue. Actually, let me go back. How do I go back? Okay, I was here when I finished my intro. So, yeah, let me get through this. A small, vulnerable group with a rare genetic disorder is not a realistic founding population for an entire continent. By contrast, lighter skinned Europeans evolved gradually over thousands of years as humans moved into low UV environments. And I'm going to show you this today. Less melanin helped with vitamin D production. So natural selection favored reduced pigmentation, not absence of pigmentation. And I want to say that again. Natural selection favored reduced pigmentation, not albinism, a genetic disorder that gives an absence of pigmentation. So now I'm going to continue. Science shows us three things clearly. Okay. And if this was for the money, I'd be taking it home. Albinism is a disorder, not an ancestry. White skin and albinism come from different genetic mechanisms. Albinos could not have been a viable founding population. This isn't about identity or ideology. It's about genetics, evolution, and evidence. And the evidence is clear. White populations did not descend from albinos. Okay, let's get into the fallacy of the argument. White people came from albinos. Why this is wrong. The claim that white people descend from albinos is a logical and scientific fallacy, not supported by genetics, anthropology, or biology. I don't know why Suave is doing this. The fallacy happens because people confuse appearance with ancestry. I'm going to say that again. The fallacy happens because people confuse appearance with ancestry. What I want Suave in the audience to know is albino people often appear extremely light skinned, sometimes even white, like Casper the Ghost White. But appearance doesn't equal ancestry. That same visual similarity can happen in a black family, a Latino family, an Asian family, when two carriers of albinism genes have a child with the condition. And I'm going to show you the gene chart and how it happens today. The child's pale skin is caused by a monogenic disorder, not a different racial origin. Okay. I don't know what that beeping is, but yeah, I'm going to continue. Light skin in Europeans is not a disease. It's not a genetic disorder. Mainstream science confirms that the evolution of light skin in Europeans is distinct from albinism. Lighter skin in people of European descent comes from multiple normal genetic variations. I say multiple, and I listed them for you in the rebuttal right here. He only wants to focus on SLC 24A5, and we're not going to do that because that's inaccurate to science and biology. And, I digress from the ad hom, so I'll just continue with the information. I was right here. Europeans, I'll start from the top. Light skin in Europeans is not a disease. Mainstream science confirms that the evolution of light skin in Europeans is distinct from albinism. Lighter skin in people of European descent comes from multiple normal genetic variations, okay? Not from the absence of pigment producing ability. Two different things. And I'm going to show you today, I'm going to teach you, we're going to get into all of this. European skin still produces melanin, just less of it, okay? It's not the same. What Suave B.O.S would have you think is that turning down the volume is the same thing as smashing the speaker, and it's just not so, okay? European skin still produces melanin, just less of it. And it does not have the vision problems or extreme health vulnerabilities that define albinism, which you wouldn't be able to build a founding population off of. Let's continue. Okay, we're here on the Mayo Clinic. This is a source for everybody. Go ahead and check this out. Read this medical journal. I'm just going to go ahead and read the definition again and go into one of the main vision problems that these people have. The term albinism usually refers to OCA, okay? OCA is a group of disorders passed down in families where the body makes little or none of the substance called melanin. Okay, vision problems. Vision problems are a key feature of all types of albinism. Eye problems may include rapid back and forth movement for the eyes that can't be controlled. Nystagmus. We're going to come back to this though, because why don't all white people have this today? He's going to have to explain that to you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he's going to be able to. Okay. Let's get into this. Autosomal recessive inheritance patterns. This is something that you should be familiar with if you want to know how these genes are passed on. To have an autosomal recessive disorder, you inherit two changed genes, sometimes called mutations. You get one from each parent. Their health is rarely affected because they have only one changed gene. Two carriers have a 25% chance of having an unaffected child with two unaffected genes. They have a 50% chance of having an unaffected child who is also a carrier. And they have a 25% chance of having an unaffected child with two changed genes. Okay? And that's what you see all the way over there to the right, all the way in the orange. Okay. Misusing genetics to support a false narrative is a logical error. This argument mixes up single gene disorders like albinism with polygenic evolution. Many genes influence human skin color over thousands of years. Many genes, not just one, okay? Concluding that whole populations came from albinism because both look pale is a logical fallacy of false cause. Suave is assuming correlation or superficial similarity means direct descent, and it does not, okay? Light skin in Europeans, again, I say this is not a disease. Here we have a picture of a Southeast Asian albino. Why does this happen to people of all ancestry, Suave? That's the question that you're going to have to ask. I'm sorry, that's the question you're going to have to answer today. Mainstream science confirms that the evolution of light skin in Europeans is distinct from albinism. Again, lighter skin in people of European descent comes from multiple normal genetic variations, not from the absence of pigment producing ability. Let's continue. National Library of Medicine, time check 2. Okay, in the introduction of this article here, the evolution of human skin pigmentation, a changing medley of vitamins, genetic variability, and UV radiation during human expansion. Okay, in the introduction, it says geography and hence the quality and quantity of UV exposure, pigmentation genes, diet-related genes, vitamins, antioxidant nutrients, and cultural practices intersect and interact to facilitate the evolution of human skin color. Okay? What it just listed is everything that it takes to come together for our skin to evolve. And it's not just one mutated gene, which is albinism. Okay, it takes a whole lot for this to happen. And I'll read this again. Geography, and hence the quality and quantity of UV exposure. Okay, so where you're at, how much sunlight you're getting, that matters. Let me break it down simple for everybody. Pigmentation genes, like the ones I listed in the rebuttal against Suave, there's a list of them. Not one thing makes this happen. Okay, that's a disorder. That's not what you have in white people. Okay, time check.
2 minutes on the dot.
Oh, 2 minutes on the dot. Okay, what I'm going to do is give you a summary of this article. It's quite long, but I broke down all the key points, and then I'll show you their conclusion. Ancestral dark skin evolved in high UV environments. And again, this is the summary of the National Library of Medicine article. I advise everybody go check this out. Early humans living near the equator had dark, high melanized skin. Okay, this protected folate, a vitamin sensitive to UV damage, which is crucial for DNA synthesis and reproductive success. And I'm going to explain to you how crucial it is. Without this process, whole populations disappear. Okay. So natural selection naturally evolved the people to have lighter skin, so that way we can produce more children. And we're going to get into that. As humans moved to lower UV environments, right? When people migrated to higher latitudes with less UV radiation, the intense UV protection offered by dark skin became disadvantageous for vitamin D synthesis, because vitamin D is made in the skin using UVB light. So what that's saying for the 10th grade reader is that dark-skinned people is pretty much like having sunblock on, and it's keeping you from absorbing as much vitamin D as you can in a lower light area. So we naturally evolved so that way we could survive. That's what's going on here. White people don't come from a genetic disorder. It is natural selection. It is very simple. Now let's go to the white column. Vitamin D, calcium, and bone health. Let me hit my water one time. I was just about to say, let me hit my water. I'm on fire.
Okay. Now we got the rebuttal rounds, the second rounds with the rebuttal rounds, starting off with Brother Suave.
All right, let me make sure I get my share screen right. Shout out to the
Right.
in attendance, man.
Take your time. Let me know when you're ready.
This is where I want to go right here. And I want to make sure not only is it showing, but I want to make sure I can put it in presentation mode and that I can change slides. So it's changing.
You're not even up here. We don't even see it. You gotta put in the share screen thing.
It's not in the back. That's
Nope.
crazy. They just did me with it. Hold on. Share.
Nope.
Window. You see it now?
Yep, I can see it right now. I got you.
And you see it full screen,
Yep, I can see it in full screen.
and it's changing.
Yep, and it's changing.
Okay, bet. Let's get that 12 minutes in right quick, fam. This is your boy Suave B.O.S, man, of the Argument League, man. And hit that like button, share if you got a platform. Let's go, man. So what my opponent just did is exactly what I told you was coming. I brought out the information about what albinism is. Different types of albinism looks different way. And so let me knock this out right here. Everybody up here has albinism. Albinism isn't just white hair, pale skin, blue eyes, shaky vision. It's different types. Okay? Brown skinned people have a type of albinism that affect the eyes, not the hair, or the hair, not the eyes, or the skin, and not the hair and the eyes, vice versa. So Just ground your mind, all right? Now, my opponent showed you, and shout out to the sister, my opponent showed you what was responsible for white people. He listed 5 proponents. European lighter skin evolved through changes in multiple genes. Now, peep this. And this is as simple as it gets. SLC24A5, SLC45A2, HERT2/OCA2, TYR, KITLG. Now, what he would like for you to act like didn't happen is in my premise round, I showed you 3 out of 5 of these genes being classified as albinism. It's the boy. Let's get to it. From National Library of Medicine, the SLC24A5 variant on the retinal pigmentation epithelium of Japanese patients with occultaneous albinism. Occultaneous albinism 6 is a non-syndromatic type of OCA. The causative gene of OCA6, which is albinism, is guess what? Everyone who can hear and comprehend, SLC24A5. He's dead. Now let's go. SLC24A5, a gene that makes protein involved in giving color to the skin, hair, and eyes. Mutations in the SLC24A5 gene have been found in an inherited condition called oculocutaneous albinism. People with this condition have very pale skin and light-colored hair and eyes. They also have high risk of developing skin cancer at an early age. Let's move on to his second one, SLC45A2 gene. A gene that makes a protein involved in making melanin, a pigment that gives color to the skin, hair, and eyes. Mutations in the SLC45A2 gene have been found in an inherited condition called, you guessed, oculocutaneous albinism. People with the condition have very pale skin, light-colored hair, eyes. They also have a high risk of cancer. Okay, now let's move on to the third one, the HERT/OCA2. Once again, the National Library of Medicine, they won't lie to you. Mutations in the gene OCA2 are responsible for oculocutaneous albinism type 2. But polymorphisms in around OCA2 have also been associated with normal pigment variation. In Europeans, 3 haplotypes in the region have been shown to be associated with eye pigmentation and missense in the SMP, RS18407, has been associated with green hazel eyes. Now peep this. In addition, missense mutation is a candidate for light skin pigmentation in East Asia. Biochem Genic 445, I think that's the source. And we have genotype 3,432 individuals from 72 populations for 21 NSPs, SMPs in the OCA2 -HERC2, the OCA2 HERT gene. Region including those previously associated with eye or skin pigmentation. So yes, mutations in the SLC45A2 are responsible for albinism type 4. Yes, SLC24A5 causes albinism type 6. Yes, the OCA2 gene, the HERT gene, HERT2 OCA2 causes albinism. Yes, the TYR, the tyrosinease mutations causes albinism type 1. And yes, the KITLG gene variants are associated with specific forms of pigmentary disorders, including conditions often classified under the broader umbrella of albinism. So he died. He died and he died and he died and he died and he died. His whole case is here for nothing. Let me stop on screen. We don't need that. Okay, so here we are. First of all, he took the argument under the basis that I didn't know what I was talking about. He thought I was in the face-off. He stated that the OCL 24A5, and I'm like, Gotcha. Because I've seen that information before. He has admitted that I used to preach the same stuff. I said, well, based off of what? He said pseudoscience. He shared a video. It was a dude with a bunch of leap to conclusions. What I did was not that. What I did is searched independently what science says causes white skin to come into all dark skin civilization. That should be 6 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bad. All dark skin civilization. When I look up what science says about what causes the white people to come around 4,500 years ago, 8,000 years ago, they say 5 things. And guess what those 5 things are? The HERC OCA2, the TYL, the KIT, the OCL-A5, and the OCL-A2. My opponent has proven that white people come from this genetic mutation. I'm going to serve him in this question and answer that. If this genetic mutation is the cause for white people to come, we all know, okay, humanity is science. This is what you're going by. Humanity say life started in Africa. Homo sapiens sapiens, modern humans, were all dark-skinned, highly pigmented. They left up out of more tropical areas in the colder areas, got stuck, and their body had to create vitamin D, which isn't a vitamin, it's a hormone. Okay. Mm-hmm. But in darker, in more sunlit territory, your skin acts as a filter because UV rays destroys DNA. Mm-hmm. Destroys DNA. It hurts you. And so highly pigmented people were able to live a more comfortable life. Here come albinos. Now, albinos have a condition where they're more sensitive to light. They do not produce melanin, or they produce a little melanin. Pin that there. And now we have, leave in the future, now we have people classified as black people, people classified as white people. And I'm saying that those white people, look at what's going on, those white people have a lack of producing melanin. What does science say this lack of production of melanin is caused by? OCA5, OCA5, A5, and OCA-A2. HERC, OCA2, TYL, and KIT. There's no way around this argument. I would jump out of the window and say that there's a deeper agenda here. I would, because if you have these 2 tidbits of information free at your fingertips, where you can say, well, what brought amongst pale skin white people? And they say these 5 things. I'm sorry, let me get rid of that completely. These 5 things. And these 5 things that my opponent has showed you. SCL, what's that? 2 minutes? 1 minute? 1? Okay. SLC.
That's your 3 minutes.
3 minutes? Okay, bet. Let's eat. He showed, hold on, man. Let me bring this back up for the visual, because it's ridiculous. Shut the screen again for me, please. Can you shut that down there for me, bro? All right. This is what he showed. And you can see that in full screen. This is his presentation. SLC24A5 encodes a protein involved in the melanosomal function, the organelle which melanin is produced. He avoided that. A specific variant called A111T is strongly associated with lighter skinned Europeans. Check. Common in Europeans, very high frequency. Check. Rare in most sub-Saharan African populations. Check. Affects melanin production efficiency, but does not shut it off. Check. It reduces pigmentation. It doesn't eliminate it. Check. Now, what is responsible for white people? European lighter skin evolved through changes in multiple genes, including SLC24A5. Is SLC24A5 scientifically classified as albinism? Yes. The second one, SLC45A2. Is SLC45A2 classified as albinism? Yes, scientifically. The HERC2 / OCA2. Is it classified as albinism, Sergeant? Yes. The TYR? Yes. The KRTLG? Yes. All conditions that my opponent brought up here today to say are the causes for white people coming into existence are scientifically classified as albinism. And I would love to see him put himself out there and rebut that. This should be a concession. I'm not even gonna lie. This might be a concession, which I will respect. Because if you bring the information that lighter skinned Europeans, white people come out of a genetic mutation, SLC 24A5, SLC 45A2, HER2 OCA2, TYR, and KITLG, if that's your only reason, your only explanation where white people exist, and then I show you in the National Health and National Board of Medicine that those 5 categories are classified as albinism 1 through 6, minus in 3. Albinism 1, albinism 2, albinism 4, albinism 5, and albinism 6. Which are not. That's my time.
That's time. Yes, sir. Okay, brother Suave. Brother Suave getting it in. Let's see what A1 come with. All right. Time is ready when you ready, A1. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second.
Play commercial. Nah, violence. Shout out to everybody in attendance, man. We appreciate y'all lonely asses.
How to do this?
Okay. Let's get it.
All right. Let me know when you ready for me to start your time.
Oh, I'm over here muted. Are you ready?
Yep. Just waiting for you.
Okay, bet. Right here, here's where Suave B.O.S really kills himself. Trying to use my source, but I guess the gun backfired because what he keeps doing is listing what you see on the screen as mutations, and they're not. These are genes. With albinism, there's a mutation on the gene that completely shuts off the melanin production. This is not the case in what happens to the gene in white people. It still produces melanin, just at a lower level. And we're going to get into that. Mute up, son. I got you. Don't worry. I'm gonna talk to you like what Loaded Luck say. Oh, okay. Let me get back to where I was at. You know, you got to talk to him like they daddy's little boy. You know what I'm saying? Back to the presentation. Vitamin D, calcium, and bone health. Okay. Vitamin D deficiency can lead to rickets, a condition where bones do not mineralize properly, causing deformities and weak skeletons. In evolutionary terms, serious defects of the pelvis and bones could reduce childbirth success and survival. What was happening is the pelvis area was constricting, and it was making it impossible for people to push out babies who had rickets. Rickets is a condition that people who have vitamin D suffer from, and this is what was happening with the lack of vitamin D synthesis. So natural selection naturally evolved us. Let's keep it moving to the yellow section down here at the end. Depigmentation was favored at high latitudes. I'll say that again. Depigmentation was favored at high latitudes. One more time. Lighter skin was favored at high latitudes. To maintain adequate vitamin D levels in places with lower UV, humans evolved to have less melanin. Okay, allowing more UVB to penetrate the skin and support vitamin D production. Another thing he said that vitamin D was a hormone. It is not a vitamin. It's actually both. We're going to get into that shortly as well out of this National Library of Medicine study. Again, the name of this is The Evolution of Human Skin Pigmentation, a changing medley of vitamins, genetic variability, and UV radiation during human expansion. Okay, now I just broke down pretty much, I gave you my own summary of it. Now let me read you their summary. Human skin pigmentation provides an effective shield to damaging UV. Okay, the prevailing evolutionary model suggests that this melanin barrier evolved at equatorial latitudes to protect UV folate, which is prerequisite for reproductive success, needed for DNA. Okay. Similarly, when dark-skinned humans migrated out of Africa and eventually established agricultural cultures, a shortage of both dietary and photosynthesized vitamin D led to the evolution of depigmentation. I'll read that one more time. That's the important part. Similarly, when dark-skinned humans migrated out of Africa and eventually established agricultural cultures, a shortage of both dietary and photosynthesized vitamin D led to the evolution of depigmentation, lighter skin. That's what depigmentation is. Okay, this happened fairly recently within Europe and is probably also linked to reproductive success, which is, again, they didn't have the rickets. They weren't having problems pushing out the babies. Therefore, the DNA can pass on from generation to generation because it's all rule number one of nature, survival. Okay, nature's going to figure out a way to survive. And let's keep it moving. Skin evolved to get stronger. You know, I sound mad. I'm really disappointed. You know, the mislabeling of genes as mutations, like you didn't. I thought you would have caught that, but that I see where the error is. So hopefully this presentation helps people who thought that, you know, my opponent had something last round. Scientists have found that as humans evolved, our skin didn't just change color. It became stronger and better at protecting us. The genes that control how skin cells grow, harden, and form protective outer layer evolve quickly because those changes help humans survive in different environments. Another example that human skin evolved as a functional protective system, not as a malfunction or a disorder, as Suave would have you believe. Okay, let's move to the human skin color, the skin tone map. You know what? I like this one a little bit better. It gives a little more detail. And this is from the National Census, from Renato, whatever that guy's name is. But you see how it goes. In higher latitudes and colder regions, lighter skin was favored. Let's keep it moving. This guy, Suave, can't even make it one winner without getting light. And he acts like he doesn't understand this. But let's keep it moving. Can a genetic disorder found a population? For albino, can I get a time check too? Let me slow down and hit my water, man. It ain't no rush. I don't know about you on that time, man. I should have brought my stopwatch, but I got it.
It's 5:51 right now.
Bet.
Listen, y'all. One thing I don't think y'all know, but y'all are pacing yourself very well throughout these rounds.
Got you. Can a genetic disorder found a population? For albino ancestry to explain Europeans, albinos would need to survive at high rates, reproduce at high rates, and outcompete normally pigmented individuals. Where is the evidence of an albino bottleneck event, Suave? Wait till we get to the Q&A, because I'm on your top, bro. But where is the evidence of an albino bottleneck event? Can you show us that? You can't. There's none on genetic record. You don't have a source for it. You don't even have a source saying that white people come from albinos. There isn't one. No scientist backs this claim. Let's keep it moving. Recessive genetics problem, okay? Albinism is recessive. And here's the problem, okay? And now if you're familiar with the Punnett squared and you know the two big A's, and you're familiar with the two little A's, okay? Two little A's equals an albino. How do you build an entire population from an AA individual without lethal inbreeding? This is also something that you cannot do. So this is just you can't get from albino to a founding population of Europeans who are sustained and fill an entire continent. It just doesn't happen. It goes against biology and it goes against science. Okay, let's keep it moving. What light skin actually is. Light skin is not the absence of melanin. It is reduced eumelanin production. Fully functional melanocytes, functional tanning response, okay? Albinos cannot tan. White people can. Some of them get sunburns, but they can tan. It's not where they're going to burst out in boils and like the severe scarring of albinos. I have a few images. They're kind of graphic, but I made them small, so if you're not looking directly at them, you won't catch them. But and again, these are some of the genes involved on the right: SLC24A5, SLC45A2, ACA2 variants. Suave was mischaracterizing these as mutations. And if you rewind the tape, you'll see him do that several times. He was calling these mutations. He doesn't understand the literature. He doesn't understand, it's okay. Let me not say what he doesn't understand. Let me just go ahead and present the information. Key questions. Are these albinism mutations? No, they are regulatory pigmentation variants. And this is what he was just trying to call a mutation earlier. It's crazy that I had a whole slide for this. He said that I was going to spend a whole 12 minutes explaining my way out of it. No, what I'm going to do is just teach you how white skin came about. Natural selection. Let's keep it moving. This is a great chart to show the different genetic variations and how they happened over time. But let's keep it moving. Light skin evolved independently in Europe and independently in East Asia. Okay. And this is something that I have questions about for you, Suave. Did multiple continents independently descend from albinos? Again, did multiple continents independently descend from albinos? It's different time periods at that too. And where's the evidence for this? Where's the fossil record for this? Like, it's not there. You don't have it. Okay. And again, that will require multiple unrelated albino founding events, something that there is no genetic record for, you don't have a source for, and no scientist backs. Next, population genetics, math. Can I get a time check? Albinism prevalence globally.
148.
Roughly 1 in 17,000 to 1 in 20,000 people have albinism. How do you fill a whole continent? That's the question. How are you going to fill a whole continent when the disease is this rare? How do you have millions of white people on the globe with a disease this rare? How do they become a founding population to fill a whole continent? You can't get from point A to point B with your theory, sir. And it's more a catchphrase and a clickbait title than it is science or biology, honestly. How does a trait this rare become the founding population of hundreds of millions? It doesn't. Let's keep it moving. Burden of proof. The burden of proof. The person making the claim bears the burden. If he's going to claim that scientists are lying or doctors are being paid off, then he has to actually show that, as well as showing that white people came from albinos. And he hasn't showed either of those today. The claim requires a documented albino bottleneck, a genetic sweep evidence, fossil support, population viability modeling. Judges, has he provided any of that? I digress. If the trait is recessive, the trait reduces fitness, and the trait is rare, the genetics don't match, and ancient DNA contradicts it. then the conclusion is simple. White populations do not descend from albinos. They descend from dark-skinned ancestors and underwent gradual adaptive depigmentation. Okay? And over here to the right, the meme says, very informative. So when persons of albinism are treated negatively due to the condition, can we call them racist?
All
And
right. That's time. And so at this time, I assume we are moving into the question and answer round, correct?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get to some of these comments. Let's see what they saying in these comments. We got Sister Issa Queen saying she was just explaining this yesterday on a Brothers Fires panel. We got make up that say Hotep, peace and love, family. They say great work. Let's get it. Let's get it. We thank y'all. We thank all of y'all in the comments for y'all support. Thank y'all so much. So as we move into this question and answer round, I assume that we just gonna open up and let y'all, go back and forth.
Yeah, I think he took the affirmative, so I'm supposed to be going first. Let me get my questions up. Okay. Y'all can't with me. No way. You got the timer set 10 minutes?
Yep, timer set 10 minutes.
Okay, let me know. Hold on. Let me see what the screen look like over here first. Let me get us set up right. Is it this one? No, that ain't it. It's this one. Big bet. Take the comment down so they can see our names. Suave, you ready?
Black Power.
Black Power.
Let's get it.
I'm not just saying that because you saying that. We got a lot of inside jokes.
That is hilarious.
Okay, Suave. When you say white people come from albinos, do you mean medically diagnosed albinos, or are we redefining biology?
No, not redefining the biology. And yes, medically diagnosed albinos. The thing is that medically albinos are diagnosed to have 5 types that you show: the KRT, the STL, not the STL, but the TYL, the HERC, the A5, and the A2. Those are medical diagnoses. Now, when you look up, like you showed, the purpose.
Okay, what are those again that you were listing off? What are those called?
Those are actually genes. They are genes that come from mutation because
come from mutations.
Yes, they are a mutation. At one point in time, all people were dark skinned.
Are they genes that come from a mutation, or are they a mutation?
They're genes. They're mutated.
Okay,
genes.
I'm just trying to lock you into one.
The gene mutated, which did not make it not a gene. It's still a gene, but it's a mutated gene. Original people did not have the SLC, A5, A2, the HERC, the TYL, or the KRT. These things mutated in different areas at different times in Europe and Asia. Okay,
can you give us the actual genetic mutation you're talking about that actually creates white people, or is this just like vibes you're going off of?
Yes, albinism. Albinism is a genetic mutation that causes the presence of the SEO.
Albinism is not the name of a genetic mutation. It's the
albinism is definitely the name.
We'll get into that later. Albinism is a disorder, correct?
Yes, and a mutation.
So your position is that an entire continent descends from a genetic disorder?
Not just entire continent, because no continent has been 100% white people. Wow. There's black people in all continents. These black people mutated into white people through albinism.
Okay, so white people are the X-Men. Don't answer that. Are you aware albinism involves near zero melanin production?
Near. Not completely abolished of melanin. There's different types of albinism.
Do Europeans produce melanin? Do Europeans produce zero melanin?
Some, yes.
That's false. If they do produce melanin, which they do, how are they albino?
They're albino. They're not albino. They come from.
Thank you. It sounds like you just conceded the match, but we'll
Oh,
continue.
the debate
Do
of
you know the difference between low melanin and no melanin, or are we treating those as the same thing?
no. The difference between no melanin and no melanin is a percentage. 0.1 is low melanin. 0.0 is no melanin.
And how much does the average white person produce?
I would say that's on you to answer, but I know that white people.
I'll wait for you to ask me the question and answer
I
mine.
know that white.
Is every light-skinned person albino in your framework?
No, not all light people are albino, but
Are East Asians albino?
yes, they come from albinos. They're not albinos, but they come from albinos.
Are indigenous Arctic populations albino?
Some of them are melanated, highly melanated, but some of them are pale skinned, coming from albinism.
Okay, so this theory only activates when it's convenient. Okay. Do you know whether albinism is recessive or dominant?
Albinism has been classified and popularized as recessive.
Okay, if it's recessive and rare, how did it become the defining trait of millions of people?
I mean, those millions of people, there's billions of people on Earth. So having millions of people with a trait still make them the recessive people among.
I'm gonna ask you this again. If it's recessive and rare, how did it become the defining trait of millions of people?
When there's 8 billion people on Earth, 1 million people having a genetic trait is still rare.
I'm gonna ask you again. If it's recessive and rare, how did it become the defining trait of millions of people?
Being the defining trait of millions of people, when there's billions of people on Earth, still make it recessive. If it was dominant, there will be billions of people on Earth.
Let the record reflect he doesn't have an answer. He is just trying to compare and contrast numbers. Can you explain how a condition that reduces survival in high UV environments becomes evolutionarily successful?
Yes, because genetics doesn't care about your feelings. So if your body has a better chance of surviving and passing on dominant traits,
That's actually true, though. Albinos often have severe vision impairment, and we know that nature doesn't care about your feelings. Is that your model for European evolutionary success?
That's your model of letting people answer questions.
You weren't answering that question. You were already going left with it, brother. It's okay. Albinos often have severe vision impairment. Speaking of nature not caring about you, is that your model for European evolutionary success?
I could say yes, but albinism happened in many
I'll
forms.
take that. Would natural selection favor extreme photosensitivity during an ice age?
Yes and no. It's a complicated question, but I'm sure you're not going to give me time to answer, so cut me off and go to your next question like you've been doing.
I'm not. Can you name a peer-reviewed study that says Europeans descend from albinos?
Yes, I just showed you 5. With the
that's not what you showed me. I was going to say I'll wait, but you definitely didn't show that today. Are you confusing adaptation with mutation?
No. Adaptation can be a mutation, although a mutation doesn't necessarily mean adaptation. It could be.
Do you know what SLC24A5 does?
Yes, I do. It causes a decrease in melanin production so that vitamin D can be produced when coming into contact with the sun.
Okay. Do you know that light skin in Europeans is polygenic, meaning multiple normal variants, not a single pathological mutation?
Yes, there's different types of white
people. Okay, you're not going to answer the question. It's okay. Do you accept that Homo sapiens originated in Africa?
No, I don't, but scientific evidence supports it. So, I mean,
so again, you don't accept the science, and I think that's where the gap is here. So when populations moved into lower UV regions, what happens to heavy pigmentation over thousands of years?
It is reduced through albinism.
Okay, the judges can take that and throw it in the trash for me. I don't have to do it. Is gradual depigmentation the same thing as albinism?
No, but it is affected and related directly to albinism. Lower pigmentation can come many ways.
Are you confusing albinism with depigmentation?
No, albinism is a
Okay.
form of depigmentation.
If I turn down the volume, is that the same as muting the speaker?
That question is very crazy. We're talking about albinos, not speakers.
We're talking about what happens to the gene.
And
If I turn down the volume, is that the same as muting the speaker?
I don't know how to relate turning on the volume on the speaker to albinos. Sorry, brother.
I'm sure the judges do. So why are you equating reduced melanin with absent melanin?
I'm not equating. I'm saying that there's a relationship. Albinos, some albinos, which I showed,
We
have
already went over the definition of
some
albino.
albinos.
Again, I'm going to ask you, why are you equating reduced melanin with absent melanin?
I'm not equating it. I'm pairing them with each other. Some albinos have no
Okay, they don't need to be paired together, sir.
I mean, your tactic of
they're not fruit.
The judge is going to see that you're very impatient with my answers, meaning you're terrified. You don't
Definitely not. Definitely not.
You don't want to have the debate.
If Europeans were albino, why don't they have red or pink eyes?
I did not say Europeans are albinos. Europeans can be black also. I said white people are albinos. So do you want to restate your question?
Okay. I'll move on to the next one.
I know.
Why don't they universally have nystagmus? I can always say that funny.
It's
the eye condition or extreme visual defects.
Because there's multiple forms of albinism, and some of them do not affect your eyes. It's not ocular, but a lot of them are oculitis, which I show. But some of them can just affect your
the
hair.
ones with the gene for it. How come the ones that where albinism does affect that gene? How come they don't have it and albinos do?
Well, obviously they do. When
obviously they don't. Obviously, the gene is affected differently. We're not causing this problem. And that's the distinction between. Oh my gosh. Okay. Why can Europeans, or excuse me, why can white people tan?
Say it again.
Why can white people tan?
Because their body is able to absorb UV at some level. And
can albinos tan?
Some albinos can tan, yes.
No.
You saying no albinos can tan? That's
right. All right. A1, Suave, is your turn to question brother A1. Let me know when you're ready.
Ready, brother.
All right. Let's get
it. Okay. So you showed in your presentation 5 causes of what caused white people to come about a black people, correct or incorrect?
5 causes? No, I didn't. I showed 5 different. It's a polygenic process.
Okay. Well, I'm going to read to you what it is. What is responsible for white people? European lighter skin evolved through changes in multiple genes, including SLC24A5, SLC45A2, HERT2, OCA2, TYR, and KITLG. So when your skin rises, what is responsible? That's cause. Okay. So now, did white people come from the gene SLC24A5, sir?
Did white people come from? No, white people didn't come from the gene SLC24A5. I think you were misunderstanding what
white people
a gene does.
Did white people come from the gene SLC45A2, sir?
You're asking come from, but I'm not going to correct you when you're making a mistake. No.
Okay. And did white people come from the gene HERT2, OCA2, sir?
Did they come from the gene?
No. Say no.
No, they didn't.
TYR, no, right?
They didn't come from that gene, no.
And KITLG, no, right?
No.
Okay. Did white people come up at one point in time? Was there no white people?
Yes.
Okay. And is the presence of white people caused by mutation genetically from black people?
Ask that one more time for me.
Okay. If there was no black people on Earth at one time, is the presence of white people caused by mutation in genetic form of black people?
No, it's caused by natural selection.
Okay. Can natural selection be a mutation?
Natural selection has genes that
Can natural selection be a mutation?
natural selection can be a mutation. Yes.
It can. So now that we established that natural selection can be a mutation, is the reason why white people came from black people a genetic mutation, sir?
No.
No. Even though in our face off you said yes. Okay, bet. Did people who stayed in Africa, who did not travel outside of Africa and tripped out, did they have SLC 2485, sir? The gene.
Say that one more time. Do the people who travel outside of Africa have the gene SLC 2485?
Within Africa, did the dark-skinned people who stayed within Africa have the SLC 2485 gene, sir?
Yes.
That's incorrect. Did the SLC 4582 gene exist in Africans that did not travel outside of Africa? Say yes.
The ones that had it and came back, they're different
No,
migrations. That's what I'm thinking.
I said the ones
That's why I asked to clarify.
Africa, sir. The ones who did not leave Africa.
The ones who did not leave Africa.
Yeah, same thing I asked the first question. Pay attention. Did the Africans that did not leave Africa have the SLC 4582 gene, sir?
You know what? I don't know.
I know, because you didn't prepare for this debate. That's why you're getting whooped. Did the Africans that, and I already showed you in there, and I could take you back to it, and I will show in my closing that it says, and the new data confirmed that 8,500 years ago, earlier gatherers in Spain, Lesotho, and Hungary also had darker skin. They lacked versions of the two genes, SLC 2485 and SLC 4582. So I'm letting you know the presence.
You said they lacked what?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm letting you know that the presence of these two genes is what led to the depigmentation of black people, exactly what my opponent showed. Now let's go into this. Since you want to deny that there are mutations.
That would be a mischaracterization of the process.
None of that, man. I mean,
you're saying that white skin is a mutation.
Yeah, no, sir. It's okay. It's okay. Because we had a face off and we could go back and talk about that. So this is what I want to ask you, sir. Is SLC, let's get back to it. Is SLC 4582 scientifically classified as albinism? Sorry.
Is the gene scientifically classified as albinism? No.
Okay, that's your answer on record.
That's the answer. It's not.
Yes. Understood. Is the gene SLC 4582 responsible for albinism, sir?
Is the gene SLC 4582, when it's turned off, it's not responsible for albinism. It's actually responsible for synthesizer proteins. When it's turned off, then you have albinism. Like, you keep confusing turning down the speaker with turning off the speaker. That's what I keep trying to explain to you.
Is the HERT2 OCA2 gene classified as albinism, sir? Is the question.
When it's turned off, a certain mutation on there, yes.
Yes. Okay. Is the TYR gene classified as albinism, sir? Let's go through it.
It's a gene that's affected when a person's albino. You're framing your questions crazy.
Can you answer my question instead of
I'll say no, because the way you're framing it.
Okay, bet. And is the KITLG gene responsible for albinism in darker skinned people, sir?
When it's turned off, yes. But I wouldn't say it's responsible, because when it's on, it's actually producing just at a lower rate. See, you're mischaracterizing the whole process.
Shout out to you, man. Go ahead and get a cigarette.
But I appreciate it.
SLC is the SLC 2485, the SLC 4582, the HERT2 OCA2, and the TYR and the KITLG. Are they responsible for white people?
Yes.
Yes. So if these 5 genes are responsible for white people, and these 5 genes are classified as albinism, is it safe to say that one can say that 5 different forms of albinism are responsible for white people?
That would be false because albinism is only present when when the melanin is not producing, and that's the mutation on the gene. The mutation on those genes for white people is not the same as
Sir,
that.
you're incorrect.
Melanin is
The
being produced, and you are wrong.
mutation is the SLC. The SLC is a mutation. The HERC mutation, TYR mutation, KIT mutation. These things were not present in darker skinned people. Once darker skinned people, as you read, left about the tropical areas, went into more Arctic areas and got trapped, a mutation happened which formed, which activated the SLC2485, the SLC4582, the HERC2, OCA2, and the TYR, and the KITLG, sir. Now, let me ask you this. If the SLC2485, 4582, the HER2, OCA2, the TYR, and the KITLG, if these things are scientifically classified as albinism, and at the same time responsible for white people, is it safe to say that albinism is responsible for white people?
You're not understanding the functions of the
Would you
mutation.
answer the question, sir?
I am.
If these 5 genes are scientifically classified as albinism and also recorded to be the causation for white people, is it safe to say that albinism is the reason for white people? Just
No, it wouldn't be safe to say that. It would be a logical, scientific fallacy.
if these 5 genes were scientifically classified as albinism, and these 5 genes are scientifically classified as the reason for white people, you're telling me it's scientifically illogical to say that albinism for white people, sir?
Correlation, causation, you're not understanding how the mutations work. You're confusing no melanin
This would
with
definitely
low melanin,
This would-
and that's
Okay, do
wrong.
albinos produce melanin? Do some albinos produce melanin?
At a low volume, not the same as white people.
Okay, so am I separating no melanin from low melanin, or am I including both, no and low?
No, you wasn't.
Hold on, wait. I showed the pictures. I showed the 5 different types, 6 different types of albinism, where it can affect your hair, but not your skin. Your skin, not your hair. Your eyes, not your hair, your skin. Your hair, skin, not your eye. Meaning that I have shown that albinism doesn't completely stop the production of melanin in all cases, but reduces it. Do you not recognize this? Black power.
And that is time. Hey, I gotta admit, man, I'm sitting over here, and this is my part. This is my favorite part of the debate right here, the Q&A. I'm over here like I want to get into. Shoot, man, listen, man, that part was very fun. But last but not least, and sadly, we gotta come to a close in this amazing debate that I just witnessed between these 2 giants right here. These 2 brothers did an amazing job throughout the whole debate. They were showing sources. They were challenging each other's source processes and programs, and even in the Q&A, they went here and then one of them back down. So I give both of these brothers a round of applause. And that we come to the last segment of our debate, which is the closing round. And I'm gonna say, because Suave went first because he was affirmative, we gonna let brother A1 go first in his closing round, and then we'll move over to brother Suave.
Yes. Let me find my slideshow again. I think I closed the window. Hold on. Google. Shout out Google Slides for getting me right, man. I started on PowerPoint. It was messing up. It kept freezing when I was trying to go live, so I just hopped on Google Slides. Google Slides, let me get some promo dollars, man. I need a sponsorship. Hey, you know what? I'm about to get the email. Send them a letter. Okay. Where am I at? Closing remarks. Let me get down here.
I share your pain, brother A1. I share your pain, bro.
Yeah, you heard my dogs going on.
Man, my dog's back here wild, and I be like, shut up.
Okay, you can throw me on the big screen.
All right, gotcha.
Uh,
All right, let me know when to start your time.
You on
um,
your presentation.
say what?
You want
Okay, yeah.
your
No,
presentation.
I ain't sharing my screen.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say throw him on the. I was about to say he said throw him on a big screen.
No, no, throw me on the big screen.
All right,
Call me.
and I'm starting it right now.
I'm about to take this $10 debater and make change. What Nino say? All right. Where was I at? Man, hold on. Don't start my time yet. I ain't ready. I done lost my spot. Okay, I'm ready now. Let's be honest. Tonight we didn't hear science. We heard a slogan pretending to be genetics. We heard Suave B.O.S confusing the SLC45A2 gene with a mutation over and over. He slipped it past me a couple times. I've been up 24 hours. Y'all saw me streaming the last 18 hours. No excuses though. I'm here. You feel me? White people came from albinos. It sounds dramatic. It sounds edgy. Sounds a little racist, maybe a little poetic. It just doesn't survive contact with biology. Albinism is a genetic disorder, not a race, not an ancestral tribe, not a migration pattern. He doesn't even have any migration patterns for any of this stuff he's talking about. He doesn't have a source for any of the stuff he's talking about. He doesn't have a scientist to back anything that he's saying. What he's doing is misrepresenting information about DNA to you. He doesn't even know the difference between a gene and a mutation. Okay. And obviously, he doesn't know the difference between a disorder and what it takes to start a founding population. It's caused by mutations that severely reduce or eliminate melanin production. Okay. I'm talking about albinism. It's rare, it's recessive. It appears in every human population on Earth, including African populations. So let's walk through this slowly. Europeans produce melanin. Albinos do not produce normal levels of melanin. Okay. Walk with me for a second. Europeans tan. Albinos generally cannot tan properly. Albinos often have severe vision impairment and extreme light sensitivity. Europeans built empires, navigated oceans, fought wars in the snow glaze, and do not collectively exhibit any optical dysfunction. Um, so I don't understand how he's saying that a recessive gene ended up filling up a continent and that these people became leaders of the world stage. It's not going to work here. Okay. If Europeans produce melanin, they are not albino. This is not complicated.
Mm.
What actually happened, and this is where science quietly destroys rhetoric, is called a polygenic adaptation. I said it before. Multiple normal genetic variants affecting pigmentation were selected over thousands of years in low UV environments. Low UV, okay? Natural selection. Look these things up. Low UV, less need for heavy melanin, gradual depigmentation. This is the process. That's adaptation. That's survival. That's making sure this DNA can continue to spread and live on. Okay.
All right, man. Listen, that round of applause for the brother A1. Let's get a brother some gunshots. Because he most definitely was on some shows throughout this whole debate. Even along with that closing remark, hey, it was powerful. It was powerful. Now let's get over here to the brother Suave. You want me to throw you on a big screen, Suave, or what?
Can you hear me? Mic check, mic check.
Yeah, I can hear you. Want me to throw you on a big screen or what?
I want you to throw me on the big screen, please.
Let me know when you want me to start your time.
Okay, give me 1 second to get my presentation, and then we can go in. Okay. Now this is important. Good. Let me get my presentation. All right.
I see the Titans debate league hoodie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta know, man. Tighten up, man, or nothing. Like real talk. Let's get it. Okay, I'm sharing the screen. Could you present that, please, sir? All right, let's go.
That mutation aid those are proteins that aid in the production of eumelanin. So when there's a mutation there, it leads to the skin color changing, but it's to better absorb light. It's not because they're albinos.
Did y'all hear that? Did you hear that? I asked him, was SLC24A5 and A2 and HERT and TYL and KIT? Now, listen to the brother.
That's like a totally different thing. Those are proteins that aid. They aid A5. I don't know. There's
listen.
Yes, but I'm interested to know if it's not albinism, what genetic mutation made white people?
I said if it's not albinism, what genetic mutations made white people? Because he stated in our preliminaries that yes, white people came out of a genetic mutation of black people. I said, okay, we both agree. Now he's abandoned that in this debate because he's done research since then and got terrified. So now listen to me ask him, if it's not albinism, what genetic mutation is
it? There's a few different genetic mutations, and then there's genetic mutations almost on top of genetic.
He said not only is it a few genetic mutations, but there's also genetic mutations on top of genetic mutations almost.
Mutations. It's like SLC24A5.
SLC24A5 is a mutation defined by our brother A1 in our preliminaries, but not tonight. It's not a mutation. Even though I showed you it's a mutation. Let's listen.
I don't know if you're familiar with that one.
No, I'm not familiar with that. I'm not a biologist.
I know you're not.
So there we go. The brother A1 leaning on the fact that he was hoping that I didn't know what I was talking about. And you can put me back on the screen. It's over with. Can you put me back up there, please? But what I'm saying is, yes, A1 admitted that white people came out of genetic mutation from black people. Here I am. That white people came out of genetic mutation from white people. And so I'm telling you, yes, that genetic mutation is SLC24A5 and A2 and HERT and TYL and KIT, as our brother has showed you. The brother put up a slide and said the reasons for white people are these four things. I showed you these four things being classified as albinism in the National Institute of Health. I showed you admitting they're mutations, but today he's claiming they're not mutations. Do your research. This is the boy Suave B.O.S. There's no reason to lie, man. Black woman is God and is the cause for all of humanity and civilization. We come from that perfect being, man. Free Shaq, man. I can't wait to see her back on the panel, man. A1 is Black Power, man.
I feel like you cheated, man. You're not supposed to be able to share your screen in the outro. I forgot.
Hey, man.
Who cares what I
Oh,
said?
that was a great. Oh man, that was a
that
great
was fire.
That definitely was a great one.
That was fire.
Hey,
man.
I think hey, listen. I think me and Suave have a fun one, bro. That's shit because that's what I do. Listen, that's what I pride myself on right there. You gotta watch what you say when you're around me, because I'm always screen sharing. I'm always running stuff back. I'm always on a clip. Hey, that's great. That's great use of utility right there, Suave.
Shout out to you, God. Appreciate you. Thank you for hosting, God.
That was nice. That was nice. He slid that. That was cheating, though. I think he cheated.
Hey.
All right. I needed that laugh. That was funny. That sounded like I knew what I was talking about that day, didn't I?
Uh-huh.
He said, did he wait and did a little study?
Yeah.
All right, we usually do a war room after this, man. We're going to do that another day this week because it's Valentine's Day. So,
oh, yeah, most definitely.
Everybody can go kick it with their shorty. If somebody want the keys to the whip, though, y'all can go live. I ain't tripping.
All right.
I mean, y'all for coming, man. Shout out to you, Humble, man. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Strength to you, encouragement to you. And health to you in real life and your queen and your family and all endeavors. A1, you already know, man. This is top of the mouth buzz, man. Let's take it up there. And this the boy Suave B.O.S, man. Black Power. This is the Coliseum of arguments, man. Shout out to the Bay League hosted by Psychopathist. Gotta say that, man. Black Power, man. I love y'all. Keep your head up so y'all see the bullshit company, man. You have progress and passion for the lanes that you in, man, because work is work, but then it got to be torture. So, let's get it, man. Let's build, man. Let's black people, man. Let's go.
And I do just want to say, I know this was my first one. Yo, listen, I know I'm new. I know I'm new on the scene, but trust them. But yo, watch. My brother Suave was just talking about progress. Watch how fast the boy Humble progress. Watch me.
Hey, it seemed easy till you hop up here, man. I forgot. So I've had me like wait against the ropes for a second.
And listen, something else about them times too, man. I done been advocating to people like, oh, yo, 5 rounds, 5 minutes. I done advocated for 5 rounds, 8 minutes. I'm in the rounds. I'm like, bro, it's 8 minutes ain't up yet. Nah, bro, you got 2 minutes to go. Dang.
I ain't even get to go through all my sides. I didn't think I had enough, but I ended up having more.
This is a sport. I want to let y'all know this ain't easy to do. Right? It's easy to watch.
It is.
It's not easy to do. Okay.
It definitely ain't easy to do.
Like researching, first of all, coming up with a topic can be exhausting. Okay. And then once you get your topic, man, researching and compiling the information and choosing which lane you coming from, which angle you coming from, is work. It's real work. Putting that into a presentation through Google Slides or PowerPoint or whatever, it takes time. Learning that PowerPoint presentation, that Google Slide presentation, timing yourself, that takes dedication. Don't think you can just jump into here because it's a link away. You will look stupid. Okay? But if you're willing to look stupid, hard work pays off. Get up here, jump into the debate league, get whooped, but get better, man. This is
get better.
I take y'all to debate, man. I do.
Yes. And I appreciate, bro. You know what I appreciate about you brothers? Neither one of y'all was crying, man. That's something that do throw me off about some debate. Is you get to debates and certain times, man, debaters be crying about this, they be crying about that. Oh man, I don't like this, or it's man, one of you brothers did no crying. You know what I'm saying? Definitely when it came to that Q&A, both of y'all did y'all thing in that Q&A. Y'all was holding it strong. And hey, y'all built for this.
And I do want to say this, yes. And no insult to A1, but don't think this A1 is the A1 you're gonna get from now. Okay? The brother, he been dedicated to being the host, the creator of a league, and he hasn't been in that ring for a minute. But don't think you're gonna get up here and be able to do what I did to A1, no matter what you think I did. Whether you think I won or lost, I think I won. But please don't think you're gonna catch him slipping like that, man. And so yeah, shout out to him, man. I think that that's hard that a league owner is actually debating because it's a lot of stigma with that, and a lot of debate owners like to sit up on a pedestal and act like they've been deified. No, you can be drugged. So get down here and shape your debate league. Yeah, A1 the Flies, the hardest working nigga on StreamYard, the Flies nigga on YouTube, man. Shout out to him.
Facts. Now, hey, Swat, don't be talking like you just busting over the head now, man. He caught you with a couple good show. He had me over here like, ooh, that was a good one.
Yeah, I mean, you like
going back and forth though, bro. Listen, to be honestly, truthfully, unbiasedly, y'all was going back and forth. It was a good one. It was a good one.
It was. I think we gave both of our audience what we need to convince them we won. The people who are fans of us, they're gonna give us a thumbs up. I don't think nobody got whooped.
No.
Simply for the fact because, like I said, I feel like we both speaking above our head. We can have a more grasp or understanding of genetics and science. That's why I went as simple as I could. Listen, these 5 mutations are responsible for white people, and they're classified as albinism. And he kicked that in the nuts. and said, Suave, I know what you're talking about. Trust me, we go ahead. You know, he has some substantial information, man. There's some very valid questions. So, however the people see it, man, just know that we here for this. And like I said, Honey, the brother Ben Eden, I'm waiting on whoever wins that debate, man.
And let me run that ad real quick. Don't get out of here, no, yet.
I'm out.
This Saturday, the Coliseum opens. Two intellectual warriors, one explosive question, no place to hide. Honey Clark and Ben Eden, they're stepping into the arena to battle over a question that hits the heart of America. Do government welfare programs help the black community long term? Is it a lifeline or a leash? Does it build generational wealth or breed generational dependence? Honey Clark is coming armed with data, history, and fire in her voice, ready to argue that these programs are essential tools for equity and survival. Ben Eden steps in with statistics, economic theory, and a counterpunch philosophy, arguing that long-term empowering demands a different strategy. This isn't surface level politics. This is policy. This is history. This is legacy. Coliseum of Arguments, Titans Debate League.
And tomorrow at 4:00 p.m. we have Minister Inky.
Before they enter the Coliseum, they've got to survive Argument Alley. This is where the new voices step into the hot seat, and we find out real quick who's built for the spotlight and who folds under pressure. In Argument Alley, there's no easy questions. We pressure test their beliefs, we challenge their ideology, we push their faith, and we put their knowledge on the line. Can they think on their feet? Can they defend their stance when the heat gets turned all the way up? Because not everybody earns a place in Coliseum of Arguments. You don't just walk your way in, you've got to fight your way in. Where contenders are tested and only the strong make it to the main stage. Presented by Coliseum of Arguments. Step up or step aside.
You know, I gotta let it play to the end like it's Super Bowl Sunday, man. You feel me? Let me. We got one more. Be expecting to see this sometime before the month ends for sure.
To Titans Debate League, presented by Coliseum of Arguments, where ideas don't just clash, they collide. In one corner, sharp as a blade and twice as deadly on the mic, the verbal assassin, Leandre Slim Reaper McBride, a master of logic, a hunter of weak arguments, and he's coming to carve this case wide open. And in the opposing corner, crowned in confidence, swinging with conviction, the fearless fire starter himself, King Naga. He doesn't back down, he doesn't fold, and he's ready to defend his stance at all costs. The question shaking the arena, was the killing of Alex Pretty justified? Morality versus law, emotion versus evidence, justice or just revenge? No scripts, no safety nets, just unfiltered debate warfare. This isn't a conversation, it's a showdown. Coliseum of Arguments, where only the strongest arguments survive. Are you not entertained?
Yeah, we got some heat coming up, man. For sure. For shit show.
I can't wait. You know how you be A1, you were just talking about the Super Bowl Sunday. You know how you be sitting up and you see two teams playing and you like both of them. You can't wait to see how they play. Like, man, look, I can't wait for this.
Oh, I can't forget. Oh, yeah.
Before they enter the Coliseum.
Tomorrow night, we got Elder Yara at 7. So we got Inky and we got Yara tomorrow. Be on the lookout for both of those two gentlemen here on the Coliseum of Arguments, both having an argument alley. It's about to be a lit Sunday, man.
A1, did you see Inky and Jabari debate?
I didn't. I missed it. Tell me about it.
Man, so their debate was
What I'm about to do, hold on.
Go
Before
ahead.
you go in, I'm about to drop the link and open the panel. If anybody wants to come up with comments or questions about the debate, tell us who you think won. If you know, go ahead and drag Suave B.O.S the way he need to be dragged for that first round and that intro.
Oh yeah, that was horrible, man. I had to restart my whole computer, man.
No, that wasn't even your fault though. You can't blame yourself for that. That link is in the chat, man. Come up and let
One up, y'all.
Yeah, man, hit that link, man. Come up here, just get some type of comment, just add to the build, man. You know, not too much weight on you, man. You ain't got to be too nervous, but you know, let's get it, man. Be part of history while it's being made. Don't wait till the third.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
And shout out to Yara, shout out to Minister Inky, man, for coming through tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day for y'all, man. I know today is a big day for you. You're celebrating the one that you love and committed to. Nothing's more important than that. Don't get it twisted, pointed in the wrong direction, Mr. Screwed the fuck up. Your spouse is the one that's going to be everything that you need for you, man, and be that for them. But tomorrow, fuck them. We coming through for Yara. We coming through for Minister Inky, man. This is the Titans Debate League, hosted on the Coliseum of Arguments, man. And so come through. It's Argument Alley, man. So they giving you exclusive access to them to challenge them intellectually. You know what I'm saying? This ain't just you just coming through and just, listen to somebody preach and spill information. No. Come measure yourself up against some of the greatest minds that committed to, being intellectual athletes. Yeah.
Most definitely.
I mess with it for real, man.
That's right. They scared to hit the They don't want you jumping on them. Saying he was crazy as hell taking this title.
Yeah, I mean, I could get that, right? Because we don't break down that information.
We got Copper Draco to the panel. That's a nice Drake in that picture.
Copper down. What's good, God?
What's going on?
What up, Copper?
What's all on, man? It was, I'm probably like the first person to make a judgment call because I didn't catch the whole thing. But I saw the topic and was like, oh, shit. And when I pulled up, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. A1 was kind of in his bag, man. I got to catch the rest of it. I want to be fair, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's what I told Suave, bro. I was like, hey, don't think you didn't beat him up, man. A1 got in his bag, man.
I was trying,
listen, Suave was in his bag too, bro. They was in their bag, bro.
Oh yeah. Suave B.O.S stay on this shit. I mean, that's one of the reasons I pulled it. I was like, they squabbled up. Oh yeah, I gotta see that.
Yeah, Suave ain't no lightweight, man. I got respect for Suave after that.
I appreciate it. Yeah, no matter what jumped in that, man, like your experience is your experience. Just give us a little insight, man, on,
on some points or something that you saw. I had some questions or something.
Oh, shit. Oh man.
You don't have to be fully.
I mean, what was the question you had asked?
I'm just saying, just give us a little insight on your experience since you did tune into the debate. You don't gotta, you don't gotta know everything will be absolute, but you hit the link, you saw A1 going in, and just give us a little insight on your life.
Yeah, that in my bag part, you can talk about that.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah. Were you talking to me or were you talking to the
I'm talking to you.
Sorry, man.
You see the whole debate, but you did jump in at a point in time. So just take us from there. You hit the link, you came into the debate, you was here to see me, but A1 was cooking. I'm fine with that.
He said he saw you get pistol whipped. That's all he said. He see how it started though.
But I kind of caught the end of A1s and then the questions, the back and forth questions. But one of the questions he get asked about, are you saying that everybody is a mutated melanin or some shit like that? Like that was a very interesting question.
Let me see if I can find it on my list real quick.
If I think I'm like really getting grasp what you're saying. Yeah, it was a blanket question, right?
Mhm.
But what it was he was saying if one person, if anybody has albinism, they have all functions of albinism. And what I was explaining is no. Some people have albinism of the hair, but not the skin. So you have people who produce pigmentation in their skin, but not their hair, still classified as albinism. In their eyes and their hair, but not their skin, still albinism. In their
Mm.
skin, but not in their hair or their eyes, still albinism. Like there's some people who look completely black, but they have stigmatism of the eyes. That's albinism. So scientifically, everything that he showed, all of the AOCs, the SLCs that he showed, A through 5, which are conditions of albinism 1 through 6. Yeah, he showed, and it is a genetic mutation that is today classified scientifically as albinism. But yeah, I definitely appreciate you hitting that link and giving a fuck about what we talking about. You understand what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna play with you, man.
I've been waiting on somebody to do a build on that topic.
Hey, I got a question for both brother Suave and brother A1. Uh, what are your thoughts on blue eyes? Are blue eyes a trait or a sign of albinism?
I'll let A1 go first because he's a professional on this.
I know blue eyes is its own specific genetic variation. I think it was it that hurt to AOC, if I'm correct. I've been looking at so many of them all damn day, though I can't remember. But uh, it's one of the mutations. It was a specific one from a certain period of time, and then it spread. I don't necessarily think I don't think any of that's a sign of albinism. I think that what's the best way for me to explain it? What it's a disorder and it's passed on through certain genes, and then certain people might not pop up with it, certain people might. That's not how Europeans operate. Like you don't just maybe I'm a pop up European, maybe I'll pop up with a black baby if the genes don't connect. That's not how it works. And he's trying to tell you that because they have the same name of the gene that has a mutation on it, that it's the same thing, and it isn't. Um,
Well, I can understand
so
the concept. What I'm saying is not the matter of maybe you have a white baby or I'm talking about at a time where it's like, what is a white baby? All humans were dark skinned. And then albinism came into existence. What is that? That are those are
I
the
mean, but we can even go back further, and
that's how
I
you
had it on a slide that I didn't get to. We can go back 1.2 million years to when we had fur. We had lighter skin up under the fur. Dark skin is an evolutionary process too. Once we lose the fur, we get darker skin to protect from the UVR.
sure.
So even that was a process. We went from light to dark, then back to light again. It's
Yes, but the product of going from light to dark is not albinism.
okay. Well, when we
Uh,
lost the hair, was it reverse albinism? Is that what you call it? Like, what do you? It's not. It wasn't albinism. It's just evolution. The skin color fluctuates and
uh,
is going back and forth over time, over millions of years. Not
hold
even.
on,
We just
y'all. One
focused on
second.
a. My bad. I am over
No
talking. Go
problem.
ahead.
I just want to get back to the question because you answered the question, brother A1. I want to know what the suave answer is to the question. The reason I'm asking the question is because um all albinos have blue eyes. We know blue eyes in albinos specifically is a trait of albinism because blue eyes simplifies the lack of melanin, the lack of brown in the eye. But white people also have blue eyes. So that's why I ask, is that a trait of
Mhm.
albinism or no? Because if it is, then when we look at white people, then we can say, well, they their eyes, white people with blue eyes, have albinism. If it's not, then that goes further into the conversation is do white people come from albinos? So that's
I
why I
would
asked
say
the question.
I say it's a side effect of natural selection in a low UV area. I wouldn't say it's a sign of albinism. Albinism, like again, just don't confuse low melanin with no melanin. So
And I would say the saying a side effect is a mutation. And I did not conflict no melanism with no melanism. I showed you how there's different type of albinos. Some albinos can have brown eyes, white hair, albinism.
facts.
Black hair, hazel eyes, albinism. So I would look at blue eyes coming up out of brown eyes as albinism at some level. Yes. Anytime there's a reduction of pigmentation, that is classified as albinism. Let me repeat that. Anytime there's a reduction in pigmentism, that is a form of albinism. It's simple as that. Not all albinos.
Anytime, wait, let me just hear you say it 3 times. Anytime there's a reduction of pigmentation, that's a form of albinism.
That is some form of albinism.
Okay.
If you have two parents that have dark hair, dark skin, dark eyes, and their child come out with dark hair, dark skin, light eyes, albinism at some form. There's a reduction in pigmentation, and all that is the presence of the gene SLC4A25 or SLC45A25 or HERC OCA2 or TYL or KITLG. Yes, I'll stand on that.
Well, I'll just say that's categorically false. Anytime that there's a reduction of pigmentation does not denote albinism. Again, you can't even go one winter without lightening it up. Now do that for 10,000 years, and we already know what's going to happen. We see it. We see the evidence, and it doesn't even take a long period of time for this to happen. But again, like you have no fossil evidence for anything you're saying. The recessive gene cannot become a dominant force and populate a whole country. It's just scientifically impossible.
Show me a whole country of white people. Show me where there was no black people on earth. You could show me where there were black people and then there was a reduction of black people and an increasement of white people. But you can't show me a whole landmass.
And then you also said that any reduction then you said any reduction in melanin production is albinoism.
It's some form of albino.
No, that's
That's exactly
any form of from like what's your base? Like you don't what's your base to say that? Any reduction from what level? You're not even giving a number. Like what you're saying is just talking points and it sounds good and it feels good. You're not giving any science for anything you're talking about.
I did that for 24 minutes. But when I tell you this, if two dark skinned, black haired, brown eyed parents give birth to a white haired, pale skinned, hazel eyed child, that is a form of pigmentation of albinism.
And it may be I have to see the specific mutation, but you said any form.
Yeah.
You said any form and then went with the contrast that was like literally black and white. Yeah. So you say any form as if it's the slightest. I'm just correcting you on that because that would be false.
Defined, right? In the categories that we have scientifically, reduction of producing of pigmentation or melanin is albinism. Sorry, I didn't define it. They did.
So there are African white people who...
Yes, there are white Ethiopians. There are white Sub-Saharans. There are white Nigerians. Yes.
And are they white by ancestry or white because they were born on the land?
Both.
No, don't do both. We're talking DNA here. We're talking. Why would you speak on the other one?
Because white is the classification of race that comes after the standard of albinism, and black is the standard of race that comes out of the classification of a hierarchy of humans. So, I mean, you could take what you want, flip it wherever you want. But white people came onto Earth through a genetic mutation, which is scientifically classified as albinism, through all 5 standards of practice: ALCOA5, SLCA2, HERC OCA2.
Okay, what causes this mutation to make people albino?
It's the necessity to produce vitamin D in a sunlight enriched area or a lack of sunlight area.
What causes albinos to start popping up?
The necessity to produce minerals and vitamins or hormones.
You just died, bro. So
you answer. Go ahead, dance. Let's see if I die.
it's over with. It's over with, man.
Understood.
Over with. Natural selection, man.
What is natural selection?
Natural selection. That's how you get white.
That's what I just described. The ability to produce vitamin D in the sunlight reduced area. That is what you go through. Sorry, bro. That's natural selection. You need to be able to produce vitamin D. Sunlight destroys DNA and decreases the chance of you, decreases the production of natural vitamin D. And so your body, through natural selection, trying to survive, tells itself to be able to naturally produce vitamin D. I'm sorry.
And that's what produces albinos? Oh, because you're still confusing the genetic disorder with the population. That's why you're saying that answer.
Right.
Okay, I was like, what the heck is he
That's not
talking
even a real sentence.
Can I
That
get
is
some?
a real sentence. That's you're
Alright.
confusing the
Can we get some
genetic
scholarship in here
disorder,
real fast?
albinism,
Yeah,
with
it's on you. You the host.
So,
white skin.
really fast, y'all. I just want to read some stuff. Scholarship: recessive melanin reducing variants, right, does not equal albinism, right? So y'all both talked about SLC24A5, right? In other words, A11T variant. Recessive reduces melanin, not albinism. The A1 mutation in SLC24 is a recessive alanine that significantly lightens skin pigmentation in Europeans. It does not cause albinism, and it does not eliminate melanin production. Sources: Lampson, et Elton, Science 2005. SLC24A5 is a putative caution exchanger, affect pigmentation in zebrafish and in humans. This is a landmark paper showing that a recessive melanin reduction mutation is responsible for much of Europeans' light skin and is not albinism.
Okay. Now, does that source that you just read, it does admit that it is a mutation, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, can you put into that same device that is intelligent as you? Is SLC24A5 albinism? And then can you look up the source that it attaches to it and read it?
All right, I got you right here.
The band of Belgium.
All right.
Is SLC42A5 albinism? It's gonna pop up a AI automatic screen that say yes. Click on the source. It's gonna take you to the National Institute of Health or Medicine. Okay, I'm gonna calm down.
I got you, bro. I got you.
I got you, guys.
It says yes.
Bay, come judge. Hey, what are you doing, bro?
Mutations in the SLC.
Oh, I ain't going to try
It's not.
I don't trust you.
Yeah, he don't get it.
Your computer, bro.
All right, so is SLC24A5, is this albinism? And if so, give me a scholastic source.
Why did you do all of that?
Because if this is albinism, I don't want it to just say it's albinism. I want to know why he's telling me it's albinism. So it say no.
Do that
so it say no. SLC24A5 is not albinism gene. It's a pigmentation gene who's common in European variants A11T. It's recessive melanin reducing, not albinism, not loss of function mutation, not associated with clinical features of albinism. Now it says scholarly sources. It just gave me lamps, and I want to see if it's going to give me somebody else. I want somebody else.
Okay, can you do this for me? Since you murdered me and cut my head off, I agree. Can you type what I asked you to type? Can you type in is SLC 24A5 albinism?
I did. It said no.
No, wait. No, you didn't, and don't do that. Respect.
Hold on. All right, I got you. I'm gonna share
He
my
he on a different program than
Go
you.
ahead, help him.
No,
Help him.
don't worry about it. I
Copilot.
know what I'm gonna do. I got it. Hold on, give me 1 second. I know how to do this. Watch this. So what I'm gonna do is right. I'm not gonna just do it so I can see it. I'm gonna do it so everybody can see it. Okay.
Yes.
So right here, bang. So I'm gonna take this right here.
Is
So
S-
you can see it as well, right?
yes.
And if there's anything wrong with this, let me know. Do you want me to change what that say?
This is why he lost, because he don't know how to read Google. Because I'm looking at one that says yes, but it still don't mean what he. Oh, this is sad. Let me share my screen. Go ahead. You do that. I'm gonna share my screen.
Is this the correct? Is this the correct? Is this what you're looking for?
Yes. That's what I'm
Okay, let's type it in. This is perplexity now, y'all.
Shout out to Perplexity.
All right. It says SLC24A5 itself is not albinism, but pathogenic variants. And SLC255 is one of the known genetic causes of a specific form of albinism. Right?
Exactly.
So now it's a
Hold on, wait. I just felt like you passed over that. That should have had a little bit more weight.
what?
Now I think you have an agenda. Do you see
Now I can share one that says yes though.
Making sure he doubled down.
No, I was gonna share one that says yes for you, but then it still says that same paragraph.
Understood.
Because it's what's happening. The one that says yes,
go back.
It doesn't mean it's not really answering yes to the question. It like brought up a thing that just had like a.
Now I also want to do something, right? Because I know I gave y'all AI, and like I always tell people, AI is not a source. These right here are sources, right? So I actually want to give y'all a source of something that this is saying, not just that AI is saying this. So let's go to gene cards. Let's see what gene cards are saying. The gene. Did this talk about the members? Does this talk about if it's albinoism or not?
This is crazy.
Hey, I'm about to share my screen for you.
All right, go ahead. Let me drop this. You good?
I'm speaking and I haven't said nothing, but go ahead. Double down on your information after him interrupting and giving supportive information, and then I guess I'll wait.
This is supportive of you, man. You know I don't do that bias stuff over here, man.
Yes.
Is SLC 24A5 albinism? You wanted one that said yes. Like, why you think I'm just gonna double down and try to smash your head in? I want to be accurate. It said yes, but I don't think. Hold on, let me remove this comment. It says, I don't think it's necessarily answering yes to the question. It sounds like it's answering yes to something else when you actually read the context of what it says after. It says yes, mutations in the SL24A5 gene. I didn't ask about anything in it. I asked, is it albinism? See, and that was the discrepancy. And I think that's where you may have gotten confused when you saw that. You may have said, oh, yes, it's albinism. It says yes. But that's when you actually read it, it's saying yes, mutations in the SLC24A5 gene cause albinism type 6, but that's a mutation in the gene. The gene itself isn't albinism. And that's what I was trying to explain to you in the debate.
Click on that link to this.
Yeah, I got you. Whatever you want, G, whatever you want. Where you want to go? New National Institute of Health?
Yeah, right there. It's not. If it jumped to another screen.
Oh, yeah, it jumped to another screen.
Yeah, you're right.
Make that bigger.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Not gonna say this. Not speaking above my pay grade, but the gene is a member of the potassium-dependent sodium calcium exchanger family, which we have no idea what that is. Let's not act like we ever heard of the sodium calcium exchanger family. And encodes an intercellular membrane protein with two large hydrophilic loops and two sets of multiple transmembrane spanning segments. You have no idea. Sequence variation in the gene has been associated with differences in skin pigmentation. That's useless to us. Okay, but this is what I'm saying. Listen, honestly, where's my window at? Ah,
It's a swisher over there.
we need some roll up in. I got some flesh. Okay, so this is what I put into my smartphone. My smartphone has been scientifically proven to be smart, and I'm gonna tell you, yeah. So that's a swisher. That's crazy. Now that's kind of harsh on you, you know. So okay, so this is what I show, right? Let me show them my phone, and let me see if y'all can see that right there. Let me turn down my brightness some more. Okay, I think that'll be better. That's too fucking dark. Okay, last time. Bet. Got it. Now look what I searched. It's SCL 2482 albinism. Look what it says. Yes. Yes. Mutations in the SFC45A2 gene cause occulcutaneous albinism. I go to the source. This is more important.
That's the same thing I just read you.
Yes, understood. But I want you to click on the source. So when I clicked on the source, it says PubMed. It says occultaneous albinism type 4, OAC4, is an autosomal recessive hyperpigmentary disorder caused by mutations in the membrane associated transporter gene SFC45A2. So how are we not putting together the gene SLC A4 45A2 and also because
No,
we
just focus on that one first. You can't get that one right. Just focus on
no,
one.
I can. Don't worry about it. Bing. SLC24A5 as well as SLC4.
The debate over, honey. This is the after show right here.
Yeah, we just going crazy. We just making sure we maniacs about this conversation.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna hop off for a bit. Y'all still on? I pop back up.
No, we're not finna be on. I'm finna dip too, man. Shout out to you, though, man. Thank you for holding it down, man. Enjoy the rest of your night, bro, and go be a king or queen, bro. Black Power, listen.
Yeah, a quick sidebar. I used to watch I don't know if y'all rock with Dr. Kaba, but at the end of all the streams, when he had these kind of conversations, he would say that white people are a mutation of a mutation. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, that's what A1 said. He said not only is it a mutation, but it's like a mutation on top of a mutation. That's crazy. A1 said that in a preliminary.
And I was saying that because I understand the history that if we go back from Homo sapiens over 1.2 million years, we started out with fur. We had lighter skin up under there. Then as the hair went away, we developed darker skin. Mutation number one. Like
So it is.
I'm just looking at the history of SLC 24A5 is not a mutation. There's a mutation on the gene that's called SLC 24A5. You keep acting like it's the same thing. And the mutation for albinism turns the pigmentation gene off. When you have SLC 24A5, you can have that and not be an albino. That's what you fail to understand. You think that just because it's present, these people are like, that's not what it is, bro.
No, I already read that it takes two parents to make that they have that. So if one of them have it, the other one doesn't. Guess what? You don't have an albino. But what you fail to realize is that you said SLC2485 is a mutation on top of a mutation. You said the fact that the SLC exists is a mutation because SLC didn't primarily exist until people left up out of the tropical areas and needed to produce vitamin D, which is being prohibited or which was being thrown off by the sun. Cool. That's a mutation. Now, within the mutation that presents the SLC 4285, there's a mutation. But white people came up out of a mutation that is classified as albinism.
Nah, here's what you could have did. If you could have actually showed a mutation that turns them from albinos to white people, where it stabilizes them and they don't get all these crazy eye conditions, you can't show that because it don't exist because they're not the same thing.
All I had to do
because then you would win. I mean, why would you do all of that? Because then it would end the debate, right? You know, but why would you want to end the debate?
that produce white people, that are responsible for white people, are the same ones that's classified as albinism. If the 5 genes that are responsible for white people, which you showed, are classified as albinism, which I showed, then albinism is responsible for white people.
And you didn't show albinos coming from white people. You were trying to say albinos are white people. Like, this nigga's crazy.
Albinos came from black people. What are you talking about? I said white people came from albinos. Albinos came from black people. White people came from black people through albinism. What happened?
Whatever, G, you got it. It's Valentine's Day, man. It's all love, man.
Yeah, man. It's over with, though, man. I'm out here, man. Shout out to you, A1, man. You really do it every month. Like real talk, man. Shout out to everybody in attendance, man. It's the boy Suave B.O.S. Gotta go, man. Finna get some rest, but
I'm about to shoot you this cash app, bro.
Man, hey, there you go. But
happy Valentine's Day, man.
Make sure we
back for that basket I saw back there, bro.
Did you see that motherfucker?
Yeah, I see.
On him. And
that at the Sunoco. It was a nigga out there with a church table. Selling rugs and baskets.
I ain't even tell it. I don't even celebrate Valentine's Day. I'll celebrate you on February 14th. Fuck Valentine's Day. But you know, you gotta get it done. But make sure we get that. We wait to get that debate for that. Quantum Oneism. I want to go ahead and get that solidified because he needs to get corrected in today's, time. I know that I'm busy and I know you got a lot of stuff packed up. But yeah,
throw you in a chat with him. I got a chat called Freshman Class with all the new people in it. I ain't throw him in there with everybody else.
Man, appreciate your presence.
Yeah.
Hey, man, salute, man. I'm definitely go back and watch that. Hey, did y'all tie Neanderthals into this during the debate at all?
No.
We didn't actually. That's what I did talk about was rickets though. And I know that the Neanderthals suffer from severe vitamin D deficiency and they had rickets and shit. So I kind of could have went there. I was waiting on him to try to pull that. I didn't know if he was gonna go that route, but he didn't. So
damn.
There's a theory that white people evolved from Neanderthals.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just black folks, that had severe vitamin D deficiency, which caused the pale skin and the rickets. And then out of those people, I almost shared that video with him to say, like, this is what I used to believe, but I don't believe it no more. But I didn't want to give him a whole angle to come with.
Damn, yeah. I was like, I saw the topic and I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be dope. But I didn't see what time it was gonna jump off. And when I caught it, I was like, damn. I'm like, oh yeah, like niggas.
He caught me slipping with a couple little punches though in the Q&A. That's where he got me. I think I rebutted everything he brought though. But yeah, that Q&A get tough sometimes, man. When you can't microwave the information. Like if either you know it back and forth or you only know it one direction.
Mm-hmm. And he said, yeah, man, if people see you keep cutting me off, you don't want to let me get my answers off, man, meaning that you're scared.
That was nice. I just try to do the rapid style questions like, hey, if you don't get it right on the first try, we just gonna keep going. I don't gotta say,
I thought he was in court low key. I was like, Got a nigga in court right now, man. He said, that nigga said, what you say? You said, now let the record reflect. He doesn't have an answer for this.
I did say something like that.
I'm gonna ask you again.
I tried to use little stuff I've been learning. It's funny because all the judges' results I've been sitting down with, I kind of, man, I really was studying for this for the last couple of days, and I put the presentation together today. So it was kind of the same day presentation, same day debate, but I was watching stuff, getting the information. I already knew what I believed about it from prior studies of this stuff like 2 or 3 years ago, but I just wasn't like brushed up on it. Like I couldn't quote that SLC 24A5 like I'm quoting it now, like a week ago. Like I couldn't even remember what it was a week ago. I had to pull it up.
Yeah, shit, Suave B.O.S was like real quick with the, like he went too much breathing room. Like he was able to come back. Like I like that type of shit, man. That go
Don't
back.
sleep on Suave. That's what I was saying. Like it looked easy until until you sitting down, man. Like my man's Apollo say, like it's like chess. Like it looked good when you standing over there watching. All that I would have did this, should have did that. Like it's different when you in here. So
y'all got Inky falling through tomorrow.
Inky falling through tomorrow, 4 p.m. Argument Alley. Pull up, come test his beliefs. Ask him some questions.
Man, y'all got one of them ones on your hand now, man. That's why old boy kept bringing up. Did you see the Jabari and the Inky debate?
No, I didn't actually miss it. Maybe I should go look for it.
I ain't seen it either, but I know why I know what he's leaning towards though.
I have no clue.
Inky really, man. Like I done seen him beat niggas like, just really beat a nigga in the jelly, like crazy.
I've seen him debate a while ago. It was like 4 or 5 years ago when I saw him debate. I haven't seen really anything recent. I know I seen him on some flyers though, for sure. I just hadn't been able to catch him.
Man, that nigga punched on Unk so bad.
That's one of the flyers I saw. It was a pay-per-view, I think. I think that's I missed that one.
I mean, like all the way through, man. It was just bad. Like face-offs, everything. It was just a massacre.
I'm excited to have him over here, man. I'm excited to have him over here. I know he on that science. You see, I got him in a lab coat.
Yeah, that's dope that you were able to get him over there. I mean, get him over here too, because niggas can't really chop it up with that dude unless he on Sonetta. You know what I'm saying? He go to his channel, it's just strictly videos and vitamins and shit.
Yeah, when I was on my vegan tip, man, I was rocking with him heavy, man. I fell off right now.
Yeah, dude, nice. I ain't gonna lie, he nice. I seen him battle Lord Abba, like he ain't win at no featherweights. You know what I'm saying? Like
definitely a heavyweight in the ring. Yeah, this one about to be lit, man. We got him for 3 hours. I got Yara right after him.
Yeah, shout out to Yara. That nigga the flyest elder. That shit is funny.
Definitely.
That nigga be cleaned in a bitch. I'm like, damn.
Came out with the rebrand. I'm rocking with it.
Yeah, he was cooking last night too, though. He was cooking. They had to kind of like Bogart a little bit. Like them niggas was chopping it up.
Yeah, they was going in this morning, man.
They was chopping it up.
Yeah, I'm glad they utilizing the gym, man. I just try to pop up every day, open the gym. I just been consistent.
Got to work
more competition. More competition been coming through. So,
what made you jump out there? I thought you was falling back.
Just because Suave had a buy, so instead of just passing them and giving them the $50, I'm like, shit, we putting on a show still. I want my views still, man. I need my content. Like, all right, now I can pay you. You put on your show, you did your presentation. I got another buy that happened, but I ain't got time to try to debate him, so I'm gonna just slide somebody else in there real quick. If it didn't happen at the same round, I would have did it. But
damn, yeah, I gotta go back and peep this one. I'm like,
You debate too, don't you?
Nah, hell no, I don't want no smoke.
You don't want no smoke? Okay.
I don't want no smoke. I just like to pull up, vibe out, and add value when I can. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
Ask the right questions and, you know, chime
Keep the
in when.
conversation going.
Yeah. Keep the energy right, you know. All that
Yeah,
good
man,
shit.
we doing good today, man. Today was a good day, man. I saw my daughter today, kicked it with my girl today.
Yeah, that's always dope. It's always dope. Kick it with baby and baby. Yeah. Shit, I'm gonna fall back, man. I'm about to
Yeah, I'm about to
finish.
get out of here too, man. We gonna end with the song by Connie's son called "Same Heart." I usually listen to him on Spotify. You can check him out on all platforms. Head on over to Facebook and tell him A1 sent you. Let me get this video up. And again, this is Connie's son, "Same Heart." And remember my motto: treat your smile like your money, and never let them steal it. We out of here. Peace.
We was together, down for whatever. How the hell did we just fall apart? You was my brother, know that I love you. I would've gave you my own heart, and I would've never holding it level. Think about letting that thing spark, knowing that we got the same heart. It's crazy we ain't got the same heart, and they the one taking the aim for it, and I'm the one taking the blame for it. They ain't got no shame in the game for it, till I come back around with that pain for it. You gon' pay for the time you was hating, you gon' pay for the time you was dirty macking, you gon' pay for the time that you hit on women, you pay for the time that you flipped on family. Karma gon' come your way, young nigga. It can be any day, young nigga. The way that you played your hand, I forgive you, but back in that sandbox, can't forget you. Killing my mental, tell your little brother the issue. How did we go to them pistols? Know I'm official, know that I try to uplift you. Kinda knowing that I miss her. We was together, down for whatever. How the hell did we just fall apart? You was my brother, know that I love you. I would've gave you my own heart, and I would've never owned any level. Think about letting that thing spark, knowing that we got the same heart. It's crazy we ain't got the same heart, and I'm the one taking the blame for it, and they the one taking the aim for it. They ain't got no shame in the game for it, till I come back around with that pain for it. You gon' pay for the time you was hate, you gon' pay for the time you was dirty macking, you gon' pay for the time that you hit on women, you pay for the time that you flipped on family. One more hate, it really ain't gon' matter. More pale lips, just me, more chatter. Can't hold hands going up no ladder. I fall from up here, then my shit gon' shatter. I'm putting on for my whole family, but we on a different road, family. You told folk that I told family, but I never did fold when the folks had me 100. I never been fake in front. I told younger nigga make him something, you told younger nigga take him something, and he the one that took that from his cousin, and that there got the whole family fussing. Got big sis beefing with her brother, even through it all still know I love you, but every second I think I trust you. I'm dead, I'm smart in the game, you made it hard in the game. I'm loving, I started the lane, I'm hard as they came. Melody target they brain and they draw like a martyr with flame. How far I done came, you was not part of the blame, you was just part of the strain. You was so grimy that niggas ain't wanna come fuck with me, but that's just part of it. And I'm the one taking the blame for it, they the one taking the aim for it. They ain't got no shame in the game for it, till I come back around with that pain for it. You gon' pay for the time you was hate, you gon' pay for the time you was dirty macking, you gon' pay for the time that you hit on women, you pay for the time that you flipped on family. We was together, down for whatever. How the hell did we just fall apart? You was my brother, know that I love you. I would've gave you my own heart, and I would've never owned any level. Think about letting that thing spark, knowing that we got the same heart. It's crazy we ain't got the same heart.